Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Madison University of Magic, or MUM. I am Maxine, or T, or Dungeon Dog, and we've got our super students this evening joining us for our first day of classes. Starting at the top, we have a costly cat girl. If you'd like to say hello.
Hello.
Streamer on Twitch, as well as next is King of Stuff.
Hello.
Our
Voice.
No worries. What's the word? Our good friend Hampta, unfortunately, is at work right now, so he will be using a synthesizer to speak with us this evening. If you'd like, you can say hello.
Hamta said, "You."
Next would be our wonderful Captain K.
Say hello.
Who might be having mic difficulties.
Said yippee!
Oh, okay. I think
Imagine
your
nobody
mic
heard my
peaked.
yippee.
Nobody heard your
Second
yippee.
It
Your
did
mic
not
Am
come
I
peaked.
not
through,
allowed
no.
to be the autism creature today?
You can be the autism creature, just your technology.
my
is not.
job. And it's union, so
I want to join the union.
You don't want to be in that union. That union does not pay well. The benefits are crazy, though.
no, they're not.
No. They're not good crazy. They're just crazy. Like, they're just
Oh yeah.
ludicrous. Um, Finally, last we've got Pizza. Say hello, Pizza.
Yo.
I was half expecting you to say hello, Pizza. Um,
Hello,
our
pizza.
our adventure today takes us to an alternate version of our own reality. A spot in America, one of the smallest capitals of any state, at least any state that I've been in, Madison, Wisconsin. A couple things to keep in mind before we go on our adventure. Each of you have enrolled, or maybe forcibly enrolled, as we'll see later, in the Madison University of Magic, a school that is part of the WUS, or Wisconsin University of Sword and Sorcery system. Um, and as a WUS school, it gets state funding to teach adventurers like yourselves, how to do what the hell you guys want to do. Each of you might be here for a few different reasons, and we'll be seeing those pretty soon. Can I get a quick luck check from everyone who is available to introduce their characters? We're going to skip Hampta because of his pinching right now.
Luck?
Yep.
What's a luck check?
So a luck check is just a raw D20 roll, no modifiers. And while y'all are rolling that, on this morning, it's kind of a cloudy morning. The weather in Wisconsin in general doesn't ever really stay whatever it is for very long. The forecast was for rain, but nobody seems to have seen any of that today. Looking at our rolls, we've got 2 for Cirrus, 11 for Locke, 19 for... Oh, why does it not...
That was an earlier roll. That was not a introductory luck roll.
Oh, that's a 1d4. Sorry, let me fix that. Also, let me fix...
This is an introductory luck roll, and it sucks.
It's a 5! Okay.
Hey man, I rolled above a 10. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So on our way to school, and this has been a slightly rescheduled orientation. Each of you, through different means, aside from one character who will be noted later, gets a notification, a news article, maybe even just an ad on YouTube or something. Something about the adventurers leagues and the different guilds are falling apart, or one on the west coast, the California Crusaders, actually fully went under and declared bankruptcy. There's a lot of speculation about the field of adventuring, as the gates that open to other worlds and would unleash monsters upon your homes or maybe your community. Some of them are closing spontaneously. They seem to be slowing down, and there are headlines about how this may be the last generation of adventurers. A costly cat girl, Izzy, what is your mode of transportation to school? Are you driving, running, biking? Um,
I
on
take
this
public
clear morning.
transport,
Public
usually the
transport?
bus.
Sure. On your way to the bus, you just hear a couple comments. Are you wearing any school swag on your way?
I am not. Can't
Okay.
afford it.
So on your way, you just hear a couple people mumbling about this one gentleman who takes a freebie on the bus and gets hassled by the driver, but not more than just a verbal back and forth about how he lost his job at his local adventurers union. Um, and pulling in, you see the vast open field, about a couple hundred students in this iteration of the orientation. It looks like they're doing it in batches to kind of what's the word, keep things organized and not have two large groups mobbing the free food that they're offering. What do you do as you head off the bus?
Um, is the guy still on the bus with us, or?
Yeah, the gentleman who was grumbling about how he lost his job as a healer. He goes on the bus. He gets off of the bus at your stop.
Alright, I'm gonna. Is he heading in the direction of orientation as well?
Let's see. He is not. He is just angrily smoking a cigarette and walking along the property line. Not quite sure where he's going from where you're standing.
All right, I'm gonna try to get his attention then by walking up to him and tapping him on the shoulder.
What was that? Oh, you need
What?
one? And he offers you a cigarette.
Hey, no thanks, man. I was curious about how you got into adventuring. I heard you were grumbling a little bit about it.
Oh, used to be a miracle worker up in Ashwaubenon. As a kiddo, I, healed cuts and bruises of my friends. Child of Tyr, and he makes a little tea with his hands. Yeah, holding up justice or whatever, but they don't really need fucking medics anymore. He does little air quotes. And, yeah, I'm filing for unemployment later this week. But, adventurers are still insured, so if you're in the union, you keep your union rate till you find a new job. And I can thank the wonderful governor for that.
Do you have any advice for someone who would be a new adventurer or trying to be one?
Well, they always need soldiers. So if you're, are you good with a sword, kid? Or some kind of blade?
Um, I'm somewhat proficient.
Yeah, train on fighting. People value fighting. You can't fucking get enough of that shit. But these days, they're just trying to make health potions for as cheap as possible for as many people as fucking possible. And, they're gonna get rid of guys like me pretty soon. Big strong girl like you, and he like gives you a little punch in the shoulder. You'll be all right.
All right, thanks, man.
Keep her moving.
Nice.
And he
Nice.
continues
Scurry.
smoking a cigarette.
And I scurry back towards the crowd of people heading towards orientation.
Hell yeah. You see a lot of people with varied clothing, a bunch of different iterations of the school logo, the MUM, for Madison University of Magic. However, none of these are actually sanctioned by the school. They're just kind of different pet projects that some of the students are trying to turn a quick buck with. Anywhere in particular you go, anyone you look for, or just trying to get lost in the crowd a little bit?
I'm just planning on getting lost in the crowd following the flow of
Sure.
traffic.
Next is our local peanut vendor. We kind of pan back out into the crowd and zoom out. Where do we find Locke at?
Does he have the? Is he? Are we going to orientation at this point? Or...
Yep, this is orientation, and due to budget cuts, also your first day of school.
Awesome.
How does Locke
well,
get to orientation? Does he have his own
I mean,
car?
he's on has campus housing.
All of you have campus housing.
Yeah.
However, you all know that after the first day of classes, for those who are part of our sports teams, which we can call out when we get there, your housing with the different team or teams that you may be a part of is separate from your semi-permanent adventurers housing. More of like a girls slash boys dorms to off-campus apartments and housing would be a
Okay.
good metaphor for it.
Well, his mode of transportation is a one-wheel skateboard. He's just fucking zooming around.
I forgot you have the one wheel. Yeah, so you're zooming around on your one wheel.
Hitting his fucking vape, just flying.
Yeah, just through winds whipping through your scales and your horns, and one of the guys on the sidewalk that you're skirting past is like, "Hey, Locke, what's good?" and holds out his fist for you to bump as you roll past.
Do I have to roll to do
No,
that?
no, that's free. That's free.
Stop, dude.
Hey man, keep up the good work. Party was great last week. Hope to see you soon.
Always player.
You get like a snap finger guns from your boy Josh as he keeps walking by. He lights a little doobie and exhales some pink and purple colored smoke. As he
That
keeps on
better
walking
be
by.
mine.
Always,
As
dude. I don't
disappear
trust
in the
nobody else. And for a moment, the symptoms. The kind of irises and the whites of their eyes kind of change to a couple different iridescent colors and almost glow under the effects of the grains of wisdom. Do you go anywhere specific, or are you just on your way to orientation?
I'm just trying to get to orientation as quick as possible. Don't want to be late.
Absolutely. You are speeding by on your one wheel. Get a couple more fun greetings from friends or clients, we'll say, of your small gardening business. And we're gonna make our first real roll of the session right now. Locke, do you have any contraband on you?
Currently, no.
Okay. Are you
He
going
knows
to?
he won't be searched.
Yeah. Are you going to bring any to your dorm? Because we can make the stealth roll right now.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Are we bringing all of the substances that we had talked about previously?
No, just some of them.
Just some of them. Can you specify which ones? I know marijuana's on the list. Are we keeping the grains of wisdom?
Is that the one?
That's the magical
Trouble.
weed. That's the one. That's the one that can get you in real trouble, but can also get you up to 1 gold a week.
Yeah, you know what? We'll just do all of it.
All of it? Okay. Please give me a stealth or sleight of hand roll. And also, this is Izzy for anyone who was wondering. Pause if you wanted to see. I will say, because this is your first day and you are getting help from your supplier, you can add a 1d4 to the roll.
How do it?
So /R 1d20 plus 1d4. Or you can click 1d4 and 1d20 at the bottom in your little dice tray. Here's a little sample roll. 18! And let's see. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll the. That's a 1d6. We'll keep the 2
shit,
though.
My bad.
But so DC was only 10. It's your first day. But with an 18, you know
Plus
for a
2.
fact. For a mod 20. Excuse me. For a mod 20, you know for a fact that everything that you have brought in is safe and secure. And you do not need to roll a second check for this week. I was going to have you roll a second one for like how the week went. Just please mark somewhere that you do not need to make a stealth roll to hide your stash for week 1. And on your way in, you mingle and get a bunch of different handshakes and a couple of side hugs, a few "Hey, that's my boy," and a couple of the guys and gals want to take pictures with you with their different versions of the mom jersey, or the mom like hoodies and shirts and whatnot.
Well, I
One.
have
Oh, do you have
the
the hoodie we talked about?
I have the Mommies sweatshirt on.
So yeah, you were wearing your school pride, your mum or Madison University of Magic mummies, but changed to mommies, which is the women's volleyball team. And Izzy, you actually see a young man, a young dragonborn, kind of bump into you from behind. He's talking with a couple of his friends, but on the back you can see huge bold block letters, "Mum Mommy" or "I heart the Mum
Well,
Mommies."
it's on the. It would be on the front because I'm wearing a jacket over it.
Oh, is it okay? Then never mind. You don't see that jersey, but you do see a couple of people wearing their own versions of school pride stuff
Well,
with
like
this guy.
the jacket's open, so you'll see the front, but you won't see the back.
Yeah.
I approach them saying, "Hey, it's great to see a supporter of us."
Yo, what's good, broski?
Nothing, it's my orientation. It'd be nice to have someone to navigate this with. I'm so overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot, but you just gotta fucking meet the people, you know? I got orientation too. I think it's day one for pretty much everybody, you know? We gotta get
Yeah.
in early before our classes, man. Or I guess woman? I don't know.
You hear a couple mutters from the people around you. Ugh, I hate that we were in the early group. I'm only here for the free food, man.
Yo, there's free food?
Yeah, you didn't hear this
Fuck,
breakfast.
dude!
And another guy a little more cynical. It's the only edible food that they'll ever serve us, so be ready for that. And moving back out again, Jesse. What's Jesse doing this morning?
I think she wakes up, like in her bed at her like mom's house, right? And is very much so like, "Oh man, oh God, it's late. Mom, did Reggie leave her? Oh my God, he was supposed to drive me with him." And then uh she like runs out, like gets dressed, runs out, like pulls her like bike that's very clearly made for a 7 foot tall being, like a comically large bike. Uh
Almost like a penny
with
farthing style, but a little more even on the wheels.
No, it's like a very like cutesy, like light shade of like powder blue with like a basket
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like she has a very girly bike, and like, she's wearing her coveralls and her like floral like girly pop hairband. Like she looks very cute for somebody who's not feeling very put together today. So she like kind of like whips out of her like mom's garage in like a house that's like not far from campus,
Oh
like
no,
at
not at
all.
all.
Like, they live relatively nearby. Her family lives relatively nearby. So but she does like take this bike and like speed bikes the like couple blocks over to campus. So like naturally she's like running a few minutes late. Like not incredibly late, which is a miracle for her. Um but again, like still a few minutes late, so like she's speed running the whole bike situation down the path towards like the crowd of people. Uh and again, by some miracle, she kind of just like gracefully hops off her bike and then like notices like some people that like she's met before, but like a lot of the people are also obviously new to her, so she's like finding her footing after being like startled about being late.
Hell yeah. Give me just give me a quick luck check just to see how late you are. Um, and while you're walking out, you do realize that a lot of your yelling has fallen on deaf ears as Reggie and your mother have both left. Your mother did leave a little breakfast, a little bagel from Einstein's, just a little. It's called the home wrecker, and it's a bunch of eggs, two different kinds of cheese. There's cheese cooked into the bagel, and of course it's a bit of a larger one as you are a family of Furbolg. Everything seems to be a little bit oversized. The bike that you're rolling down the street with is kind of like a cutesy beach cruiser, but a little bit bigger, from my understanding.
Yeah, yeah, it is a
Hell
beach
yeah!
cruiser.
Cute basket in front, adorable little bell that might be a little bit too small, but you make it work. And with a 10, we're gonna say that you pull in pretty much exactly on time, and Izzy, you see in the distance your absolute giant of a teammate, one of the other starting members, pulling up with her bike from across the way. Her head clear over all of the students that aren't like Goliaths and other members of the taller races.
I'm gonna throw my hand up to try and get it above the
Uh,
crowd and say, "Hey, Jesse."
oh
Uh,
my gosh, Easy, thank God you're here. Well, I guess not that I didn't think you would be here already. You're like the most on-time person I've ever met. Um, but yeah, I didn't like remember to set an alarm, I guess. I thought I was gonna like remember, but I guess I didn't. And my family didn't even think to wake me up this morning. That was a little uncool. But we're here now. Oh my gosh, we're here now. And isn't that like freaking awesome? And she just
It
kind of goes like on and on, like about how like excited she is that like her and Izzy are like their first day of college. Let's go. Like, I guess their first official day because they'd been like practicing with the team for a few weeks.
yeah, so you two, I almost said you three, sorry. Although I guess Locke is a little more familiar with campus because he's been, selling his peanuts, so to speak, for a little while. But the two of you, especially, are a little more, we'll say, intimate with campus, having had to run around and try and find the different places that you're all training. Um, Also, you notice around you there's almost like a small circle that forms, not in a very tight knit, but it's almost as if like the people around the two of you are giving you space. And if you like, you can roll insight on the group. But you do notice that
I
one of
am
the people
also
that
I am also there, am I
yes,
not?
yes, you do notice that one person notably does not follow this like separation. And that would be your number one fan, Mr. Locke, wearing his Isla Hart Madison Mummies shirt. Or Madison Mommies, sorry. The Madison Mommies.
Um, you said roll insight on what the group is doing,
If you'd
like
like.
why they were.
If you'd like.
Can we all
Also,
do that or just her?
the three of you can. However, just so that anybody watching knows, and also for you guys, all right, you literally wait 2 seconds, brother man. Guys,
Oh, I did the
You
same
told
thing.
me
I'm
to
sorry.
roll with it.
I was about to explain that. We're going to be doing blind GM rolls. So,
Oh, I'm
uh,
sorry.
no,
Okay,
no, it's
okay.
okay. Normally, in base D&D, you guys will roll insight and see how well you do. But we used to have a rule at my tables where I would roll insight for everyone. But to keep it fair and to make sure that nobody thinks that I'm fudging the rolls or using my bad juju or whatever, you will be rolling, but you will be rolling a blind GM roll. So only I can see how you guys do. If everyone can give me a blind GM roll for insight. Also, I kind of wanted to test if the thing works. So,
Oh, I
can
can
you?
I can
Yeah. Do you see the question marks on your dice?
I
Also,
do. Can I do the I can do the thing. It's telling me I can do the thing.
uh, yes, you can use guidance if you want.
Did it
Um,
work?
It added the 1d4, right? I just saw
yeah,
the
it added
question
the
mark.
1d4. It should be question marks for you. Is Izzy, do you want to roll insight? You can choose not to.
I'm a little focused on trying to get to orientation on time,
Sure. Well, you
so
guys are at
I'm gonna.
orientation. You guys are just
Oh, okay.
waiting for you're waiting for the announcer to speak, and you in particular would know that they are 2 minutes and 42 seconds late. Um,
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll since there's.
sure, a blind GM roll, and all right, so Izzy and Jesse, you two kind of look around the crowd, and you think that like everyone is just not um, embarrassed about something, but it's maybe there's a smell or there's something that's putting people off. Is
Is
what you
Jessie
two
sweating because she just biked like a mad woman?
that might be what your character fixates on. Because it just for you two, it appears to yourselves that something is like driving these people away. Um,
Is Oh my God, do I smell bad?
uh,
I just biked like crazy to get here, like kind of sort of on time. Crazy,
Jesse,
but like
Jesse.
smell me. Smell me right now. I'm like I don't want to make people think I'm smelly, dude, on the first day. Oh boy.
Okay,
Like
let me check.
she's very upset about this right now.
Calm down.
What does my dragonborn eyes see?
Yeah, Locke.
I
While you notice the girl starting to like freak out about this, you look around the crowd and you smell a very quiet but a very decisive feeling, respect, and almost a little bit of intimidation. And I mean it's not hard to see why for you. You got these two
I'm just
gals
a
in front of
yeah,
you.
I'm a
That
drug
huh?
dealer.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I'm a cool drug dealer.
Oh, it's not for you.
I know.
um, what's the word? So a lot of the students, nobody really has a whole lot of school pride because this is essentially there's kind of the air of this is like the local community college version of adventuring school. Other people are kind of disillusioned with the school's history of scandals and misappropriation of funds and among other things. Um, but one thing that a lot of people go and watch are the volleyball games, and you and probably a lot of people around here have seen Jesse spike a ball so hard it could probably take someone's head clean off their shoulders, and it seems that the people around you are ever so slightly nervous, but also respectful and happy to admire.
You can calm down, ladies. You're just a mommy, that's it. We're cool, you don't smell bad, you're good.
Oh. Uh um above table has oh no, never mind. Disregard that. Uh oh my gosh, hey, good to see you again. Um
So
I do
early,
think she forgets you. I do think she forgets your name.
that's fucked up.
Jessie's a little stupid. She doesn't know people's names.
She also has you in her
You
phone as
have my
Pizza
phone
Hut.
number. You have my contact number.
Your name is Pizza Hut, I believe, in her phone.
I think she like checks her. Oh my god, pizza.
No.
That's not like your real name though, I don't think. I feel bad I don't know it.
Come on, man. For all I do for you, dude, you don't even know my name. It's fucked up. Fucked
Well,
up.
I didn't put your name in my phone wrong. You were
I
the
put
one
it
who
in that
chose
way.
your nickname, so I feel like you kind of just have to deal with it now. And oh my gosh, it's Logan. Lo, Lo, Logan,
No.
not Logan.
Jesse, what's your passive?
My passive.
Perception.
Oh, it's actually. Oh wait, no, that's regular perception. Where are my
No, you
passives?
Yeah, where the fuck? I don't see my passive on here either.
You don't see your passive? It's the little number to the right of your skill. Um, Like your passive perception is a 10 pizza.
Oh, okay.
Your
Oh,
passive
oh,
is
oh,
14.
is it?
Okay.
Oh, oh, mine's 14.
Okay, so
That's pretty
you,
good.
you you spot somebody over Locke's shoulder that's like trying to mouth, like trying to help you by mouthing his name, and like you're getting Locke, Loke, or Look, and you're not sure.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and like my day is ruined, dude.
My
Well, if you
gosh,
want to come to my
no.
dorm later, I got
I
some
think
more
I
stuff.
feel like she like grabs his hands and like looks down, like ever so slightly down because he's still pretty tall. We're still cool, right? Tell me your name now, and I won't forget it again.
It's Locke.
It's lock, like lock and key, like what you keep what we do together under, you know, so I don't get in
Gosh.
trouble.
Okay, so that's a really easy way to remember your name. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
pretty Pizza Hut, so you can't, if you get caught, I'm in the clear.
Okay. We're gonna pretend like you didn't just insult me a little bit by that, because I'm a little, I'm, mm. Okay, so, Locke. Very cool. Very chill. I'm glad I'll remember it now, because you gave me an easy way to remember. Um, and, yeah, like, you don't think those people were just, like, looking at us funny? You don't think that I smell bad? That's a good thing to know.
I peer around
Ah,
Jesse. Nice to meet you, Locke.
nice to meet you too. Oh yeah, what's your name, girl?
Oh, it's Izzy. I'm with
Izzy.
Jesse on the team.
Sick. Oh, are you? You're like tiny. No
Well,
offense.
I'm not the setter. I still have
Sorry, I
skills.
Don't
just
know what
took a
that
quick
means,
look.
but cool, dude.
Oh yeah, Locke's super fun. Really great at parties. Is you've never for like the couple of athlete parties that have been since we've been here, you didn't come to any. You gotta come to the next one. I think I'm gonna make you come with me to the next one so we could hang out with Locke and all of our other new friends and
So much
definitely
fun.
not do anything illegal.
No, I never do anything illegal.
You notice that immediately when not Izzy, when Jesse says not do anything illegal, everybody around immediately starts nodding and just like, yep, yep, nothing illegal. Um, they're just trying to almost like just yes man her, um,
Oh my god.
because they're a little unsure at this interaction.
Well, also they don't want to admit if they've done anything illegal.
Oh
To
yeah,
be fair,
absolutely. And Locke, you look like even just a quick glance around the circle, you know half of these people. And they either buy from you direct or they buy off of their friends who buy from you direct. Um,
well, let's not be any more late than we. Well, I guess they're late. Aren't they meeting us out here and doing an announcement or something?
Yeah,
uh,
they're exactly 4 minutes and 57 seconds late so far.
That's weird that you know that.
Mm, I just like to keep a schedule.
uh,
I feel that. I like when things are on schedule. Get in, get out. You know, no milling around.
You don't, sorry if this is offensive, but you don't really strike me as a schedule keeping type.
That hurts my feelings a little bit. I was on time to this, wasn't I? Unlike somebody.
Oh my gosh. I really thought, I really thought that I pressed the button on my phone last night. I don't know what happened. And also, nobody in my family was like, hey, Jesse's not awake yet. We should grab her. We should make sure she's on time. They've known me my
You
whole
know what?
life. They should know me better than that by now.
uh,
Isn't there
Jesse,
like team housing or whatever?
Oh yeah, Jesse, you actually are in a very unique position when it comes to housing. You've had your choice between the female athletes dorms and your own private residence at your mother's house. Reggie, your brother, has relegated himself to the house as he is not one to mingle. And you also notice that when you check your phone, it's off. The
My
button that you
God,
may
was
have
my
pressed yesterday may have been the power button.
oh uh I guess she like fiddles with her phone for oh my God. Well, that was that was my bad. I really thought it was the alarm button. It
15
was
missed
not.
calls from mom.
Oh, 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 oh no.
One text
I
from brother. Good
oh,
job. Frowny face.
oh boy. Um,
Well, you're at
I
school
think
now,
that
and
Jessie does like she makes the executive decision to at least go find her mom
Uh,
because her mom has called her a bunch. Um,
Looking into your phone, you see a bunch of get up texts. I left you breakfast, sweetie. Please tell me that you're at your orientation. Um, I'm starting class right now. Please, please text me back. I'm
oh,
keeping my phone on
I
me.
I get oh, if her mom, I guess if she knows her mom is in class, I think she does like just send her a message just saying like
I'm alive.
I'm at orientation, I took the bike, uh everything's gonna be fine. I love you. Like smiley face, like the smiley face with the hearts next to it, like
Yeah.
the like smiley heart emoji.
Yeah. Smile. I think on Discord at least it's smiling face with three hearts.
Yeah,
Um.
she sends all that to her mom. She thumbs down, like she like thumbs down like how like you could press on a text
Oh,
and then
the
it comes up with the
react.
emotion. Yeah, she
Yes.
thumbs down react her brother's text. And that's it. She doesn't answer him.
You get no response from your brother, but your mother does send a bunch of Dragonborn themed emoji, just like Dragonborn with hard eyes, Dragonborn blowing kiss, and a few of
Why does she
those.
have dragonborn emojis? That's hilarious.
She just likes them. Yeah, she's a big fan of kobolds. Just in general, she thinks that they're adorable.
That's so
And
funny.
unfortunately, they have not released kobold themed emojis. So she kind of makes do with the Dragonborn ones.
Yeah, I think she like kind of like positions herself a little bit away from her friends to like respond to her mom's like goopy texts, just making sure she's okay. Um, but I think like after that's over, she turns back to everybody like again like poised smile like everything's fine now like very like practiced like not that it's insincere but very like pageant girl smile like
Yeah. Almost painted, but and performative, but authentic enough to feel real. And I mean, there is a lot of genuine happiness and excitement, I'm sure.
yeah she's happy her mom wasn't as disappointed in her as she could have been for not being up on time. I feel like this is a par for the course, like her mom versus her brother interaction.
Yeah. You can also rationalize that your mother would probably think that the worst thing of you missing orientation is you don't get the free breakfast. Um, but as this as you get a million I love yous from your mother, and the group that kind of opened up on the three of you kind of closes in and fills in a little bit as like the strange tension kind of closes. You hear a little bit of static and squealing over a loudspeaker and microphone. um and excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, attention up here. We do apologize for the delay. We understand, and there's a bunch of groans through the crowd. Yes, yes, I hear you. Good evening or morning. Jeez, sorry. There's been so many of these. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't met me, I am the Dean of Students, Hannibal Hamlin. Should you have any issues with security or other students, you can always reach out to me. I will be leading this group's orientation as our principal is, and he kind of looks behind over his shoulder, like raises an eyebrow and then sighs. Indisposed for a while.
Fucking
Oops, sorry.
nothing. Keep going.
Just wanted to explain some changes that we're going to have this year. Everybody who has previously attended the university under a different name, a different race, a different company, or perhaps joined in one of our junior athlete programs, Go Mummies. And you hear in the crowd, there's a small chant in the crowd, we love the Madison Mommies! And he's like, oh, just a teacher that has seen the same joke a million times and is a little dead inside because of it. How did we not see this coming? Well, students and some faculty, I know some of you will be pulling double duty this year, and we do appreciate it. Everyone is going to have to get new identification for our new security system. Everyone will be required to take a photo, your full legal name. It does not matter if it is in English, whatever language, it is best for you. As long as it is not in an infernal curse tongue, we are not having a repeat of last year. And he looks at one specific person in the crowd. We will be filing people off into groups and taking a tour around different facilities. Now, is there anyone aside from a student athlete that has already been part of an other orientation group, notably the 6 a.m. group? A couple people raised their hands. All right, you, and you, out. And security gets in and picks those 3 people off, and you hear some complaints about how they wanted they were just here for the free breakfast, and this is ridiculous. All right, with that, we are going to go to a couple different facilities. However, we would also like to introduce, or more so announce, as they have not arrived yet, we are having a pilot program for foreign students to reinvigorate the adventuring program here in Madison. We're going to have some members from our Canadian sister schools, as well as a few schools over in India, and he checks his notebook. Okay, that one's gone, the UK, and Albania. Everybody give a warm welcome to our pilot program students. I'm not sure if they're here yet, but he just kind of softly does a little bit of a golf clap and tries to get people to to join them. Does anybody join him with the little fake applause that he does?
No.
I don't.
Jesse, do you join in this moment of revelry?
I think she very politely golf clap because she's nobody is clapping for this. She does a little yay.
A couple people do.
It's a very insincere yay.
A couple people do follow you just because you're clapping. And we're gonna freeze frame in that moment, and zoom way out. We see the field. We go further. We see the continental United States. We zoom out even further, seeing stars and galaxies and systems. And we zoom almost at light speed and enter a wagon, a caravan, a very luxurious one, rolling along, drawn by 2 horses. There is a young fox person that is laying upon a couple of pillows and is being fed grapes. And there are two security, personal guards clad in beautiful steel armor with different kinds of inlaid metals. King, will you, to no one, describe your character?
Uh, so Cirrus lays there, clad in the traditional family black kimono with green accents, specifically for him. Seems that his family had sent him away when they were doing some dignitary related stuff. It's not important. Um, and he's just riding along.
As you are being fed grapes by your tutor, you hear him kind of plead with you, young Master Cirrus. I know the diplomacy is not exactly to your liking, but maybe we could just look over a couple of the policies, and this will all be yours one day.
If it will come in time, that time is not now.
Of course, young Master Cirrus. And he offers you another grape and then drops it, and you notice that the cart has stopped, and your two security guards look a little confused. One of them like knocks. Oh, that might be too loud on the recording, but we'll see. Knocks on the front. What's going on? Your tutor. Oh, there seems to be some sort of issue. Probably a fallen tree or something, I imagine. Um, and the guard in front of you opens the window to the front, and the body of the driver falls into the little carriage section of the wagon. Your tutor shrieks, and drops the grapes to the floor as the blood of this man gets right to your feet, not soiling you, but very close. It's the first time you've seen death in a long, long time, and especially the first time you've seen it this close.
He would stare at it almost in a shocked state, just thinking
As
or
the
trying to think.
as the adrenaline kind of takes over your body, um, it's hard to hear the words that are flying out of your tutor's mouth as your two guards that have sworn their lives to you rush out of the carriage, and there are swords being clashed and arrows flying, and you as you look around, you see your tutor trying to assemble some stuff together hurriedly before they are dragged out of the vehicle, and you hear, "Get the dignitary, his son is in the vehicle." And the door fully opens, and you see a blinding light from the sun as you hear a weird tearing noise, and your hands, or maybe paws, feel slightly wet, and something is trying to take your hand, not in an aggressive way, but almost like your mother would. Do you accept this presence? Do you hold on to this hand?
He would still be in the shock state, and if it feels like his mother's hands, he would take it.
You feel what your mind tells you is your mother's hand, and as a couple of hobgoblin generals enter with the head of one of the guards that just laid down his life for you, the only words you hear are, "Seize him!" and you splash into water. Everything goes dark and quiet. You feel your surroundings and you can breathe, but you feel as if you're submerged in something. And you realize that after a moment of sitting in this, that your eyes are closed. Do you open them?
With a shake of his head, if able, he will open them after it.
There's no resistance. You shake your head, and maybe even a shudder moves through your whole body. And as you open your eyes, you are falling, but you don't see it. Little motes of light fly past you, almost like drops of rain. And in many different directions, you see different beams of multicolored iridescent light. And the only thing that indicates to you that you are falling is these droplets of light, or maybe water or some kind of fluid, flying past you, hitting your fur but not hurting you in any way. Oh, you almost can't feel them as you accelerate faster and faster. Do you do anything in this moment, or do you just observe?
I would observe and be unable to truly comprehend.
You continue to fall in this strange and otherworldly presence. You see something at the edge of your vision that almost looks like a face, but if you ever turn to look at it, it eludes you. And the droplets, they get larger and larger, and straight ahead of you there is a blinding light. And I would like Locke and Cirrus to make a dexterity saving throw. Locke at disadvantage.
Why? What did I do?
That would be an 18.
18, that passes.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it here. Oh, that's bad. Is that a 7 or a 9?
7.
That's a 7.
Oh, that's a 7.
You enter this blinding light. And from everyone else's perspective, as the Dean of Students, Mr. Hannibal Hamlin, and is trying to get a little golf clap going, there is a brief flash of light, and a fox person falls on top of Locke, who immediately falls to the ground. You only take 1 damage, don't worry. I still think that's a quarter of your health.
It's
For everybody who doesn't know, our characters are a mix of level 0 and level 1. So some of these fine folks are
I'm
straight
level
up
1,
commoners.
goddammit! 1 damage is a lot.
But yeah, you fall flat on your face, where Cirrus, you land on top of a dragonborn dressed in strange clothing, and you're surrounded by all manner of people wearing all sorts of strange clothing. Some of them seem to be wearing some sort of, or there seems to be text embedded or sewn over it that's in a language that you do not understand. And
Hey man, get off of me, dude.
Uh,
Fuck.
can Jesse are
everybody sees this.
Jesse, Izzy, and Locke still like near each other?
Open a portal on me, dude.
Oh yeah, in like, in that little open, semi-open circle, this happens. You two, Izzy and Jesse, see the light probably the brightest. Locke, unfortunately, was not standing long enough to see the light. And on top of him, perfectly posed, is a fox person wearing a quite elaborate kimono, perhaps. It's a little unclear. He is dressed quite finely. Um,
Um, did
and
he
oop,
did Cirrus fall like on top of Locke, or is he standing on him?
at this moment, it appears that he's standing on him. Sirius, you can move
Okay, so
freely if
she
you'd like
doesn't
to.
have to like help him up or anything.
No, well, Locke is on the
Me
ground
up.
under him.
Oh, okay. I was talking about King's character. I mean,
Cirrus just has
yeah,
1,000
no,
yards
I
there. It
think
does
Jesse
nothing.
then does help lock up at least. Like,
I've never seen this sort of flash mob before.
yeah, how did you think they made that happen?
And
Fuck,
here's one
dude.
of them right now. Everybody, welcome. They didn't put the name on this. I'm gonna. And he just kind of grumbles. Welcome our new student. Um,
Oh, they're an exchange student.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had magic like that in Albania.
um, and cutting through the crowd is a young gnomish man who like weaves through people's legs and has a big pointy hat that says staff on it, a big red cap. Unfortunately, because he's very little, the staff shirt is probably seen maybe a half or a quarter as much as the staff hat. And he runs up to you, Cirrus, and runs through Jesse's legs. Oh, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. Oh, my bad. And he looks up at you, towering over him, a mighty 5'7". How tall are you?
5'8", I think it was.
Yeah, 5'8". A mighty 5'8", standing over his 3'1". And that's with the hat. That gives him a good like 8 inches. Um, he speaks to you, and it sounds quite strange. Everybody talking around you seems to be speaking in tongues. But when he speaks to you, you hear, "Parlez-vous français? Falo un português? Hablo español?" And then you hear in a language that you do understand. "Good morning. Hello. Do you understand me?" He is speaking Celestial.
Yes. Um, mm, what? Where am I?
Welcome to Madison. I hope the transport wasn't too bad. Here's your and he like pulls out a binder, a blank student ID, and a couple pieces of paper for you. So I'm just gonna need you to sign here, here, and here. What was your name again? Hi, I'm Jeffrey. Um, well, that's my English name. And he does little air quotes.
He just cocks his head at this entire interaction.
Well, you're used to signing papers, and your tutor always tells you to sign things and always to read them over, but have you ever done that before?
No, I have not.
Are you going to start
Uh,
today?
why would I? Just takes, I'm guessing a pen, but it's not,
It
it's
doesn't look like
interesting.
any pen that you've ever seen before. This looks like some kind of strange construct that ejects ink when you bring it to paper.
Quite rude, is it not? And is going to sign uh in letters that do not translate.
Yeah. It's a signature. It's more so the act of you doing it anyways. Ugh, never seen a handwriting like that before. Is it because you're a lefty?
In fact, was with the left hand.
I know. I remember things. Um. Okay. He straightens his hat and looks at the paperwork. Okay, this is good. This is good. Here are your copies. Here's your student ID. Here's a binder for you that has a map of the school and the locations. And I don't know if your phone will have service, so we gave you one temporarily. Be aware that this is only for the first semester, and you're gonna have to get your own later. But here you go. and he looks at Locke. Hey, so because you're his buddy, what's the word? I'm just gonna put, and he like just doesn't even ask. He just peels your phone out of your pocket, and then taps it against his own to share a contact.
Dude, what the fuck? How did you even reach in my pocket, dude? You're like,
Little hands, man.
yeah, but like, you're so small. How did you get up there?
He narrows his eyes. Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That's why I asked, man.
Anyways, got you and your friend your phone contact. If you need anything, and he looks back at Cirrus. If you need anything, you got my phone in there, and you have the dean. That's that guy on the stage. And the dean's still talking about some nonsense about school lunches or whatever.
That I
Although
do not
you
understand.
that you all that yeah. Not you don't understand, and honestly, I don't think any of the rest of you are listening after this person just manifested behind you.
Behind me, he manifested on top of my head.
um,
I'm still upset.
um, and yeah, you feel a little bit of bruising on your left shoulder, Locke, as you kind of like shake off the strangeness that just happened. Um, well, and you hear the one thing that you do, the couple things that you do here, are that all of that your room has also included free lunches at the school's official cafeteria, and to keep in mind that that is not the food court. Those are two separate places. The food court is a sponsored facility that is supported by local businesses in quotes to Wisconsin. And the other thing is that catches your ears is admittance to all student related buildings. Yes, this does include the library, but only after hours. Don't worry. Will require swiping your student ID. That is why that each of you, after your assessment today, will have to go and get your student IDs taken. I don't care about any privacy things or religious exemptions. We have gone through the books. I have read so many texts, and as far as I'm aware, there is no god, goddess, or other miscellaneous deity that is afraid of cameras. I don't want to hear it. And he looks at somebody that's right past Locke's shoulder, a young man named Arthur, who unfortunately had to redo his first semester due to some religious shenanigans that well, long and short for you, Locke, you know that he tried to get an exemption for using performance enhancing substances at school that you may or may not have been providing him as a religious thing. um, and the worst part about it is he could have gotten away with it too if he didn't ham it up so much. But at least you get another client
Hey,
for another semester.
first rule of doing this shit is don't get caught.
Yeah. And he did the opposite. And as the presentation kind of came to a close, and Jerry kind of pats you on the, well, more so like I guess like the thigh or like your waist, because he has to like really reach up to his Sirius. Is there anything else that you need from me, boss?
That's everything.
Um, yeah, just like little
Collection of confused noises and
well,
trying to understand.
These guys here will be your friends, and just follow them, and you'll be all right. Okay? And then, without even waiting for a word, he leaves. The first building that you are all taken to is Hundle Harrington's Hall of Humanities. If actually, quick question: are any of you taking any like majors or anything related to non-adventuring stuff? This will allow you to get extra feats down the line, and if you're not sure, we can double check this uh, after session. But is anybody looking? I guess the question is anybody looking for extra coursework with the chance of getting extra feats?
I feel like Izzy would be into that.
Okay. Um, for you, you are given a tour of the. Oh, all of you are, but I imagine that Cirrus is probably too lost in his confusion, and Jesse and Locke don't care too much about social studies, except for maybe the study of socializing. I got one laugh. That's all I need. Uh,
That was cute, MJ. I
thank
see what
you.
you did there.
Um,
Hey.
thank you. You get a wonderful tour of this historic facility, the first building that was ever actually put together on the MUM campus. Originally, this used to have the dorms, all of the classes, and the library. And there is a small portion of the library that is kept in this building. However, one thing that is noted is that you cannot take any books out, and that is because the first librarian placed a curse on this library that anytime a book is taken out of its spot, as in like removed from the library entirely, not just pulled down to be read, it vanishes into thin air and just somehow mysteriously appears back on its shelf.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Um, you notice that a couple people who are a little bit of smartasses try and, you know, defeat this little system by using a bag of holding, and the entire bag of holding vanishes, taking the book with it to its shelf, the 18th shelf to be specific. And a couple of this young man's friends are making fun of him now that he has to climb all the way back up to get his things. Um, let's Sorry, I'm just checking to see when Hampton will be available. Also making a um
Ooh.
Womp womp.
uh the next place that you are all taken is the dome. Now, none of you have ever been to this building before, but Jesse and Izzy, you both know that this is where arcane studies take place. Alchemical testing, spell crafting is rumored to happen here, though no one officially has said anything about it. And different kinds of sparring with, abjuration and conjuration spells take place in the dome. And greeting you, greeting your group at the front of this place, is a young human man who introduces himself. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen. I am Professor Flamel. This is the Dome. All arcane research and testing of arcane materials, arcanotech. If any of you are looking to become young arcane engineers, anyone? And he just waits for even a little bit of no. All right. Maybe next group. Maybe next group. This is where the big fights take place, and then a couple people kind of lose their shit. Um, uh, gotcha, gotcha, Hampton. Then a couple people lose their shit because the three sports that kind of matter here. There's the women's volleyball team, which is the honestly one of the only things that makes this school money in terms of sports, as our two volleyball girls would know. Um, the football team, and there is the Blood Rush team as well. I don't know if all of you are aware of what Blood Rush is, but in this kind of alt history of the United States, this kind of arcane, fantasy-esque U.S., there was an issue between football, European football, and football, American football, where they the Americans decided that they needed their sport to be more extreme. And the Euros decided that let's just keep our sport as is. We don't need any magic or anything to enhance. Whoops, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back on the road. To get back to where we were going, the deviation. America had to make their sport more extreme, more strong, more powerful, and kind of bend the rules a little bit to what most of the other sports have been doing in terms of interactions with magic. where most sporting events will ban things like drugs or arcane what's the word? Different kinds of magical plants and animal secretions and whatnot, and spells. Blood Rush is a sport that, at the college level, you are permitted to use all cantrips and all level 1 spells. And at the Division 1 level of college, you are allowed to use all level 2 spells. However, the damage from the spells is reduced to 0, but all other effects are permitted. The damage reduction is done by certain enchantments that are done to the field. The concept is the same as American football as it is now, except for it's more of a free for all. And due to the lack of regulation when it comes to the physical violence, is even more brutal than the current 300 to 400 pounds of muscle rushing into each other and causing untold levels of trivial brain dabblage. Now there's spells flying back and forth. There's entangled tying up the legs of players and different kinds of maybe wall of fire is a little high, but I think you all get the idea. Silence being cast to confuse people and whatnot. It's kind of the mix of sword and sorcerer. Artificers do quite well with Blood Rush. Out of character, does anybody have any questions about different stuff to do with the sporting stuff? Just so the girls know who are on the volleyball team, performance enhancers are not allowed. So things like Soldier's Root from Locke, if you are caught using them, will possibly get you removed from the team, and if it's like a Class A substance, you might even get kicked out of the college for using it.
So wait, I like no magic can be used in other sports than the
Then Blood Rush.
whatever football is now, correct?
The healing magic is allowed to be used. So things like lesser and greater restoration, healing word, cure wounds, all of that can be used as long as it is, I believe the school's abjuration, but maybe somebody will correct me. But pretty much any kind of spells that restore people are fine. Some schools like your own will allow things like aid, or even an enhance ability if you can kind of make nice with the referees. But the rules on some of those enhancing buffing spells are still being written. You two are accustomed to one of your teammates casting aid on you, so that if you fall or if somebody hits you with a really nasty spike, you don't feel it as much.
Gotcha.
But things like aggressive spells, like if somebody casted a fireball, which is something that's allowed in Blood Rush, although it doesn't hurt anybody, it just causes a big fire on the center of wherever the fireball is thrown, to kind of disorient people and also scorch the markings of the field itself to confuse. That would not fly in volleyball. But
Right.
heroism, enhanceability. You've seen people get away with haste, although you're not sure if that's allowed or not. But it's something that you've seen
Uh-huh.
happen. Those are things that you may be put in a penalty box or something, or some kind of equivalent, while the refs kind of deal with it. But those aren't things that you have to worry about. However, you do know that several of your upperclassmen or do you say upperclass women, or just is it upperclassmen gender neutral? Um,
Upperclassmen gender neutral, I think.
okay, sweet, thank you.
That sounds right.
Um, Locke does sell Soldier's Root to your upperclassmen, which is a +1 to your, assuming that you don't vomit it, because it's pretty gnarly to get down. But it's a raw +1 to all Constitution related rolls, as well as advantage on either all dexterity or all strength related rolls. You flip a coin to determine. but in universe it kind of manifests one way or the other, quite unpredictably.
And I have a question about Soldier's Root. How long does it stay in your system if they were to drug test you?
Soldier's Root, depending on your dose, it can be anywhere from 10 minutes to 4 hours. Unless you're overdosing, it's really hard to have it stay in your system for longer than that. Oh, actually, you two would have access to Soldier's Root. Would you have taken any with you today, and or would you be on under the effects of Soldier's Root?
No, I see no need for it today.
Yeah, I
Jesse?
was gonna say I think Jessie knows of it and I think she like knows people who do it, but I think she tries to keep
Yeah. Well, you two are
her body
intimately aware.
pure.
It gets passed around like Zyn or vape pens in the
Yeah.
girls' locker room. It's very much it's kind of an open secret, so to speak.
Yeah, I yeah.
Um,
Yep.
any other questions from you before we kind of move on here?
No.
Um, what's the word? While you're hearing the cheers of the Blood Rush fans, as it is kind of the national sport of uh, not just America, but it's also quite popular in her neighbors, Canada and Mexico. Them having their own Blood Rush teams, and every year each of them sends their best team to one of the three countries to battle it out in the Ultra Super Mega Bowl, um, and in which one person, generally a spectator, dies every year, but only one or two. Sirius, what's your passive?
My passive, though I can't understand, is a 12.
Um, when you notice that when Professor Flamel does a slightly smaller version of Skyrite and summons some clouds above his own head, writing his name in several languages. You notice the students that are from this world see English, Spanish, Draconic, Celestial, and a language that all of you don't understand. But you, Sirius, see a common greeting in Ostravani. You could be mistaken, but you do believe that you see, hello, my name is Professor Flamel, in a small little puff of smoke above this man's head as he speaks in what appears to be tongues to you. Does anybody stay for any of the extra festivities at the dome, or do we move on?
I say we move on. That's my
Mm,
vote.
I can't imagine me finding myself in this place much.
Um,
yeah.
some other places that you are brought to are the Great Gangini Memorial Library, where you are informed that there are two librarians. One of them is Professor Noodles, and the other is simply referred to as the librarian. Um, a young halfling woman sitting atop a not a cloud, but a sort of familiar or homunculus that has been painted and has little steam coming off of it to try and give the look of a cloud. Stands above you all. Good morning. I am Professor Noodles, and I have my assistants, Rigatoni, Fettuccine, and Tortellini here, and you see three little foxes come out from different halls in the library. If you ever have any questions, you can always ask them. They will understand any language, including, as we've learned from recent experiments, even made up ones. Um, my little friends will point you in the direction of whatever research or fantasy novel, or perhaps some kind of spicy tale, if that's what you kids are into. And she hovers around and floats over, um, and the foxes kind of follow as she hovers over you. A couple people try and try and throw different objects up, which she catches. One student throws up a journal or a notebook of some kind, and the another throws a pen. And she casts a spell. If anybody wants, you can make an Arcana check. She casts a spell and rips the notebook in half. These will be your assignments, as I've been tasked with selecting you all into groups, and a cascading, just a like almost like a hail of arrows, but with paper airplanes, each falling and gliding around. Some are gliders, some are the what's the word? Some are just look like crumpled pieces of paper. Every different kind of strange shape. Some of them have different faces cut into them or drawn into them, and a couple will glow with this strange light. And each of you have one land in your hands, except for I suppose Hampta's still out, but Cirrus, Izzy, Jesse, and Locke. Each of you have a paper airplane. Izzy and Cirrus, you get a couple gliders. Um, what's the word? Uh, Jesse, you get a standard kind of pointed paper airplane. And Locke, you are one of the folks that gets a crumpled piece of paper. Yet it still flies over to you.
Interesting.
Do any of you open or unfold?
Yeah, I'll open it.
Everyone sees in specifically written in their own mother tongue. So whatever language is your character's first language. With the exception of Cirrus, you see celestial text. You've been assigned to Group X1. And all of your pages glow purple. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry.
Sick, it's purple, man.
Jesse.
What group did you get, Jesse?
Are they all purple, or did
all
Locke
four
just
of
open
your
his?
all four of your papers glow purple, and if you do open it, you all see in your mother tongue Group X1.
X gonna give it to you.
I'm so glad one
Is that
person
is
got
that
it.
in can is that in canon?
That is in canon.
That Locke says X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that was
I'm looking at
also
the note.
calling it Group X1. What I was hoping that one of you would pick on that.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you, Locke.
I didn't. Is that what you were going for?
That was 100% what I was going for.
Oh shit! Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Sirius just kind of looks at it.
You understand it. It's in Celestial.
Yeah.
You don't really understand what's going on, but that little gnome man said that these people are your friends, and you notice that their pages look the same as yours and also are glowing the same color.
Why was mine in a ball though? That feels racist. I don't know why.
I mean,
It's a good question. We should ask them.
do other individuals have different colors?
As you look around, you see red, pink, white, black somehow, blue, at different people assigned to different groups, and each of them having a different number and letter. And you know, people slowly kind of migrating to one another. Professor Noodle's still hovering around. Now, don't be shy, everyone. This is just for your first day. I don't think that these are going to be the people that you're going to be stuck with for the whole semester. But who knows? You might make some really great friends. Mingle.
Wait, I also, MJ, I have a question.
Sure.
while Professor Noodles is talking, um, Jessie really wants to pet one of the foxes.
As you
She is
think,
not paying attention to what Professor Noodle has been saying. She has been trying like her darndest to like get the foxes to befriend her.
um, as you know, as you think about this, it's almost as if one of them can read your mind, and one seeks you out in particular.
Can it be fettuccine?
Uh, Actually, it was one that you didn't see before. A really small fox, probably a kit, which for
Oh
those who
my
don't know
God.
is a baby fox. Um,
I think with context clues, we could have figured that out.
I don't know. You barely listened to my lore documents, so I feel like I gotta spell everything out for you in
Well,
particular.
well, even if you spelled it out, I don't read them, so.
Anyways, you see this little kit approach you, and it has a little name tag in English. Do you read it?
I do.
It says stelline, which is a tiny star-shaped pasta.
My
Um,
God, I used to eat stelline when I was a little one. Oh my God, that's so funny.
uh,
Um,
and little Stelline, she walks up and leans up her head for you to pet her.
yeah, I think she speaks to Stelline in like
I think Furbolg have their own language. It might just
I
be
was
called
also
Furbolg.
it's giant and I think her first language though is Druidic.
Okay.
So I think she speaks to Stelline in Druidic.
Um, Stelline like has a couple little fox barks at you, and like softly nibbles on your comparatively massive thumb. Um, and she like kind of does the cat thing of like leaning her head over so far that she kind of like flops and rolls over into your hand.
I think she like picks like obviously like her like large hand in comparison to this small fox. Like I feel like if she like flops over in like her hand, like she like belly rubs, but like not with her whole hand, but like with like
Yeah, with
maybe like a
like a
finger or
finger or
two, just
two.
like
Yeah. And as you do this, Professor Noodles takes interest in you. Oh yes, yes. Look at this one here. This is baby Stelline. She's the newest of my pack, and look at what is your name, miss? And she flies down, even with her little fake cloud contraption at chest height. She is barely maintaining eye level with you.
um oh, I'm Jessie, ma'am. Your foxes are real cute.
Oh.
And this one's so sweet. I I hope that she knows how sweet she is. I'm sure you tell her probably like every day. I sure would if these were mine. Um and I feel like she like says this in like sort of like a quieter like voice, so maybe the whole room isn't like paying attention to her. Um, do you allow students to come visit the foxes?
Oh, of course. That's part of the reason they're here. Tests can be so stressful, and there are countless studies of how our education system is almost built on grinding the souls of our students in dust. So I leave all of my foxes around. They will come and go as they please. I don't recommend taking them. Many have asked, and some have tried. They will find their way out, and if they don't, that's even worse for you, trust me. But, darling, I'm so happy that you love baby Stelline. Uh, Please, everyone, take note of this young woman here. She is so kindly and so softly handling the foxes. No fingers in ears, and no pulling on tails. I know this probably seems basic to most of you, but I just want to reiterate, be soft and sweet with the foxes, and they will be soft and sweet with you. Just take a look at this young woman here. And Stelline kind of sits up in your hand, kind of like you're a bit of a larger person, but Stelline is also a very tiny fox. So she fits very well in just the palm of your hand and sits up and does a couple barks, and a bunch of the gals around you kind of ooh and ah at it. A few, oh my god, she's so cute, I love her. And a few of them are taking selfies with you and Celine in the background, and a couple are like kind of getting close to you, like, hey, can we take a picture with you too? Um, Unfortunately, Jesse's attempt at trying to stay low key did not succeed, because Steline's star magnetism is just too strong.
True. True.
Um,
They don't call you little star for nothing, huh? And she says that to Stelline in Druidic.
um, Celine does a couple little yips and like walks in a circle on your palm. Um, and Izzy and Jesse, you guys have higher passives than the boys, it seems. You two notice out of the corner of your eye that there's a paper airplane that flies out of the room.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, did you just see that?
Yeah, someone must have broke off from the tour. Wonder how.
Oh, or thrown their paper air. No, you know what? You're probably right. Um,
Why would you break off from the tour though? Then you don't get free food. The
And you
free
missed the
brekkies.
foxes, right? The
oh
best
my
part.
gosh, the best part. You're so right, girly. Um, yeah, I don't know what would possibly make somebody want to do that. I'm having a good time.
Um, After the fanfare with the foxes, and you get a couple little fox kisses on your fingers, Jesse.
I feel like Jessie, like before putting Stelline down, like she's just kind of like I do this to my cat all the time. I like put her face next to my face and just like nuzzle her a little bit, like, and then I put her down and let her go about her day.
She happily nuzzles back, and licks the tip of your of your kind of shorter nose, um, before hopping out of your hand and trotting off. Um, the next stop on your tour is one that is very familiar to a couple of you. Monet's physical training monolith is a layered building that is also fully outside. Four massive concrete pillars suspend layer upon layer of blood rush field, football field, volleyball court, basketball court, golf courses, um, even like cricket fields. Every Almost every major league sport that is international or national has a level on the monolith. Some people call it the PT plinth. Um, and pretty much all of you see on your way that paper airplane that Jesse and Izzy spotted. You notice that it's also glowing purple, and it seems to float alongside the group as you all go. The lowest level, for today, anyways, no one at the school, or at least in the student body, seems to know how the levels shift one over the other. But the ground floor today is the football field, the Euro football, not Blood Rush.
Oh
And
man.
as the door opens, the paper airplane slips through.
Were we supposed to have another person in our group? Is that why this paper airplane's following us around?
I can't tell you the ways of the world, man. I ain't got that.
How's Cirrus doing on this little journey as he's being shuffled around? You do notice that three of the foxes, the three ones that were introduced at the beginning, all kind of take note of you. And they all get close, observe you, but they don't make any noises. And they don't say anything, which is so strange to you. because you do have bee speech as a fox. Well, we got to work on your character sheet to double check
Yeah.
the fox person stuff, but you do have bee speech, and if they were real in your understanding of what real is anyway, natural foxes, they should have said something to you. They should. Do they not know who you are?
Things are odd. And the first thing he would have said to the group as they arrive to the pitches and they're talking with each other, it's just, oh, uh, no fucking clue what that means to any of you.
I
But
assume you're
it's
speaking
essentially
in
a
Ostravani.
yes. The
Okay.
fuck are you saying? Essentially,
What, like, we just hear him speaking a language that none of us
that none
know?
of you understand.
I know he's an
Oh,
experienced and all that.
wait, guys, I'm pretty sure he's speaking Albanian. He must be one of the Albanian exchange students that the dean of students was talking about. So, I don't know,
give a
maybe
shit
we
where he's from. He landed on my head.
well, I don't maybe maybe Albanians are just way better than magic. Way better at magic than we are over here, and we just didn't know until now. I mean,
I don't even
how
think
else
there were
can
bees there, man.
well, like wait, sorry, Fitz, what did you say out of character?
Pizza.
I said I don't even think they have TVs.
Hey, for context, everybody, I am 50% Albanian, so we ain't talking shit right now.
We're talking a little shit right now. That's where the vampires come from, right?
You do.
Okay,
you do
out of
notice that-
character, no. No. That's fucking
Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
I'm
do-
aware.
When you
I'm aware.
when you say that,
Me,
you do
IRL
hear.
knows that.
In,
However,
in character, Jessie probably agrees with you because she has no idea where Albania is or where vampires are from.
in character, rule of funny.
Yeah. When you do make that comment about vampires, you do hear some hissing and scoffing from a couple students that are wearing their hoods over their heads and almost covering their entire faces.
Ah, boo-hoo.
Shut up, Scaly.
Whoa.
Oh, hey. We're
That ain't-
we're not
we're not
doing
doing
this
that,
right
man.
now. We have respect for vampires, whether they're Albanian or not.
Albanian or not, dude. That's fucked up.
One of them opens their hoodie to bare her fangs at you. A tall woman, wearing all black. Just kind
I'm gonna open my mouth. I got more, fucker.
I feel like Jessie is very much so like putting herself in the middle, trying to like de-escalate this right now because she is not dealing with people getting injured or bitten or like she's just not having the drama.
Roll me
Guys.
a charisma check of your choice: persuasion, deception, intimidation, performance.
Oh Lord Almighty.
Well, while this
no
is
longer
happening,
1,000-yard stare, but it's just like I don't understand what's going on and who you are and what's what.
All of these are bad. Oh shit. Okay. I will send you, but I rolled a 19 because my foundry is being stupid, so I'm rolling on D&D Beyond right now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to fix that for the next one, but that's okay. 19.
Nah, we can talk about it. Not right now.
We'll figure it out later. Don't worry, girl. The like goth vampire gal chills out and just kind of huffs. It's fucking
leeches,
Transylvania,
man.
you freaks, or freaks singular. Sorry. She still kind of sticks her
I'm
tongue
a
out.
freak.
Oh my bad. See, I like didn't do too good in geography in high school, so I am so sorry if I in any way offended you. I just don't know where things are in the world. So like I don't know, you all could be from over there. But we welcome you here. If you need me for anything, you can personally let me know. And then I feel like she plucks a little flower out of her like flower crown, like hairpiece thing or whatever, and then like tucks it behind her ear and then like, pats her hand and then like kind of ushers her group like away from the vampires that were being hostile to them.
You do
Nice, man.
notice for a moment she does seem to like kind of like the splash of color, um, but very
Ink looks
quickly,
great on you. It was nice meeting you. See you soon.
yeah, just like all right, get out of here, come on guys, go go go. um,
I don't think
God,
anyone heard what
Romanians.
I said, but we'll see if it shows up in the replay.
uh, um, as you all rush on to the, or not, well, so, probably rushing you, few. You are all out on the soccer pitch, or is it just called the pitch? I actually don't know, or the football pitch.
Just a bitch.
Just pitch. All right, sweet. Also, welcome Hampta. And just in time
Hey.
for you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh my.
Nat 20
Nat
with the
20.
default dice.
So you are running some goalie drills right now. You're not really the goalie. You're kind of filling in for Sean, who fucked up his ankle doing a really gnarly save during a scrimmage. Would have been great if he could have performed that well during an actual game, but that's besides the point. You are you're doing shooting drills, and you're standing in as the goalie, and one guy kicks, immediately catches it. Another guy kicks, immediately catches it. All 7 of these guys that lined up, bam, 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 catch, catch, catch. And you're not even using both hands. You're using one hand on this shit. And a paper airplane comes out of nowhere right before the last guy kicks and completely blocks your vision. But your instinct kicks in. Both of your hands shoot up, and you perfectly catch the last ball with this glowing piece of paper pretty much like stuck to your face. It's kind of crumpled, almost like a right before it hit you, it went from a paper airplane to like a crumpled like a crumpled and then unwrapped, just like a weird kind of a nasty texture, to be honest. Piece of paper. It's glowing purple and it's got some writing on it.
What to read?
Do you take it off your face?
Yes.
So as you take the page off your face, you see on this glowing purple page just the letters X1, or the letter and number X1, and you're looking at your team, and they're just like taking the piss out of each other. Like, what the hell was that? How did he do that? Can he always move that fucking quick? What the hell? And your coach blares the whistle and starts screaming at him because you're not even supposed to be on defense. You're a fucking attacker. The fact that you cleared house on a drill that it should be impossible for the goalie to block every shot is ridiculous. And all of the boys are running laps. And the coach walks up to you as a few of them groan and a couple of them curse you under their breath. Hey, Flo, that's an orientation paper.
A what?
That's a little tag for your orientation. Are you supposed to be somewhere right now? And he like gestures across his shoulder, and you can see like a posse, or what appears to be a posse, and turns to be almost like a few dozen. Oh my god, maybe 100 people. Each of them carrying a piece of paper that's glowing a bunch of different colors. From this distance, it's kind of pretty, almost like a strange rainbow light kind of reverberating on the edge of the pitch. Flo, and he snaps. Eyes up.
Huh?
Were you
I'm
supposed to be at orientation today?
I don't fucking know. They said something about some kind of weird introduction. I don't need any introduction. I've been here before.
He just puts his fingers on his temples and kind of rubs for a second. This is like the one thing that the school bends me over the fucking table for. Did you sign up for the 7 a.m. orientation? Yes or no?
I signed something.
Okay. Normally, I'd tear you a new asshole, but after that performance you just did, we're just gonna call it even. You're gonna get your ass over to that group and you're gonna act like you've been there the whole time, alright? I don't wanna fucking hear it from the dean, and you don't wanna hear it from me. You understand?
How about just 5 more minutes?
No.
5 more minutes practice.
Alright. Between you and me, you are a league ahead of pretty much all the other guys I got on the field here. Did you not just see that performance? You are not a goalie.
Yeah.
All right. I know that you like to play everything. You are not a goalie. You could be if you wanted to. You've chosen otherwise.
Fine. I'll do
Keep
this.
me out of trouble, and you
Whatever.
won't have to run laps. How's that?
That sounds fair.
All right. I don't know how this fucking whatever that is, but X1, that's you. All right. See if there's other X1s. And he kind of like slaps you on the back of the shoulder. Go on.
All right.
Um,
When's next practice, coach?
Today, after classes.
All right. I'll be there, and hopefully as an attacker this time. That was kind of boring.
He just laughs. He just can't help but laugh, and shake his head as you walk off. Do you do what he told you to do and try and find the other X1s?
I'm gonna like try to just take quick glances, but otherwise I'm kind of just
Or are you focusing on
not paying
blending in?
attention.
Are you blending in? Are you? I guess I'll put it to you this way. He gave you 2 tasks. He told you to blend in the crowd and make it look like you were always there, and also to find other X1s. Do you do either of those, or even make an attempt?
I make an attempt to look for the X1s. I do not try to blend in.
Okay. Then just roll me stealth at disadvantage just to kind of see what you get, and then roll me perception straight. Woof. Okay.
Ow.
All right.
Wow.
Flow or runs with silence. Would you like to describe your character, and then I'll describe what you're doing.
I mean, I just kind of run over, stumble a bit, and cause a bit of a, I mean, not necessarily commotion, but I'll bump into a few people.
Yeah.
And then
Hey man,
I
watch
just
it.
look around.
Ow, my hair.
Calm down, it wasn't that big of a bump.
Whatever. You
Like-
everybody sees this kind of. I mean, you all see the fantastic goalie performance, but you also see this guy who had a paper on his face that was glowing purple. He ran halfway across the field remarkably fast, and then kind of like shoving around people, looking around. He's looking up for some reason for a little bit. And
Hey, Jesse, do you think that's the other person we might have?
Yeah. He
They
got
got
the other purple paper
the purple,
airplanes. That's gotta
yeah.
be like someone we're supposed to be talking to. Yeah,
No, no,
we
no.
should
Shush,
probably
shush.
go. What?
Don't get him in trouble. Stay here, and he'll just fucking mingle in. If you say something and approach, he'll get noticed.
I mean, I think he's already getting noticed. He just bumped into that girl.
Yeah, did you not just see his performance? Everybody saw that.
Yeah, he's really hard not to notice at this point.
Well,
I
how is
mean,
that our problem?
we could
Flo
pretend
wasn't
all
too
we could
serious.
anyone asks, we could say, "Oh, he was always with us." I think we could. He's clearly
Uh,
got more important things going on. Like,
I turn
fuck,
around
easy.
and
Why didn't we
pan
think of
camera up. Woodley? Trying
Oh,
a celestial hello.
Does anybody speak Celestial?
No.
nope.
Oh, but I speak Elvis.
What do you mean you speak Elvis?
I think he means
You,
Elvis Presley.
you
Yeah.
misspelled Elvish.
Oh yeah, Wood Elvis.
It's Elvis.
Whoops.
Would Elvis?
Wood Elvis. Um.
Guys, maybe he wants to be pet. And I reach my hand towards Cirrus.
I am currently facing away.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as kind of a weird, not quite animal person, that's incredibly disrespectful.
Yeah, I
Sorry, sorry.
I don't think I'd really like if people ruffled my hair either. At 19
I
years
mean, I
old.
don't have hair, so it's not the same thing, but like, yeah,
Upon
not
the
cool, man.
lack of
It was
response to my
we
hello,
just
it's
saw all
just
those foxes.
in Ostrobani. Just like,
Okay, but think of it this way: that's not a fox, that's a person.
Wait,
Yes.
I have a question, MJ.
Sure.
Uh, above table.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's a what's the fox race? Kitsune?
So
Fox person?
so
good
Fox
enough.
Person is a subrace of Beast Folk. Beast Folk are like, for lack of a better word, your anthro furry, kind of humanoids.
You can't use speak with animals on beast folk, right? To get them to understand you?
That's racist as hell. And also, yes, that does work.
That is racist as hell.
Wait,
God
that does or
damn.
doesn't work.
It does work. Speak with
Okay.
That's
animals
so
does work.
funny.
Speak with animals does work on beast folk, because beast folk get beast speech as a permanent language option, which I think we're gonna at least say for today. Cirrus does have beast speech,
Cool beans.
but that only means you can
Oh,
talk
how
to.
racist do I want to be right now?
You could be very
How
racist. Be so racist. I mean, one of your new best buds just offered to pet him, so you really can't go much worse than that.
I don't even know the pet's being offered.
To be
Yeah.
fair, she immediately got yelled at.
That's true.
I pulled my handbag.
But yeah, Flo, you bump into this weird fox person who's dressed in like fucking, I don't know, Eastern Asian robes for some goddamn reason. He's holding a piece of paper that looks exactly like yours.
Are you X1?
Cirrus, you hear
Are
"Comment
you
ça va?"
What?
I'm just gonna fucking show him the paper. I don't know.
Yeah.
Flo,
So I
as
guess
far as you're aware, mission accomplished.
well, what's your name?
Who are you talking to?
He's talking to
Me.
Cirrus. I'll
Oh,
keep
good luck with
speaking in
that.
French.
Just cocks his head.
Or I could do Portuguese for that one. Jesse,
And then I
are
say
you
something in a
From
language you don't
Ostromani,
understand.
speaking beast speech, it's French.
Oh yeah, beast speech is French in the original Ostrovan, so I guess it would be Cirrus, saying "Como ça va?" But whatever.
Can I be a little racist?
Yeah, do it. Cast
Do
your
I
spell, girl.
have
Or are
That's
you
so
asking? Are you asking like your friends in character?
You know what? Yeah. I ask Jessie asks her friend, guys, I just thought of something. I think I might be a little racist, but we haven't talked to this guy like at all.
Yeah, He
We don't
landed on my
even know.
head. I don't
We
know
don't
his
even know
character.
his name. I think I found a way to fix that. And she can't speak with
What, can you
animals.
speak Albanian?
Uh, I would like
No.
Locke and Izzy to make an Arcana check, and Flo, you can as well. Um,
I have to look at the spell
I
description.
am not magically inclined.
Locke, you actually can make that with advantage considering your class. Oh, you need that advantage.
Nice 4.
Doesn't matter. Oh wait, no, that's somebody else that rolled a 6.
That was mine.
Thank you for the mild spoilers.
22. Okay. Well,
It
I
was the
mean,
first roll.
yeah.
There was 2 people rolling, and it said someone else.
So a couple of yous see that. I mean, Izzy, you know, some magic is happening. She's magicking it up again. She's doing her weird plant magic.
I'm still pretty red from trying to pet them and getting yelled at for it.
Yeah. What's the word? Flo, you're looking at this. Some kind of druid spell. You know, the little fox that kind of there's like a glowing image of a fox for a moment that kind of jumps between her hands while she does the somatic components. Something to do with animals, some kind of druid bullshit, you're not certain. Locke, you look at this immediately and you're like, oh yeah, fucking speak with animals. And then, you know, the potentially racist implications of this kind of dawn upon you after that.
Does Locke say that aloud or no? He
No,
just
that's
notices.
just what he knows. That's what each of you notice. You can all act upon that, but does Jesse say anything?
Oh my God. Okay, so I am not doing this to be insensitive to you at all. It's just I was feeling really bad that we had no other way to communicate with you. So please do not take this any type of way. But what's your name? Where are you from? Are you Albanian, or were we also just all still making assumptions when we didn't know we could talk to you? I'm
Ma'am,
Jesse.
ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
So a few things. First off, where the fuck am I? Where the fuck are the hobgoblins? Where's the carriage? What happened?
You are in Madison, Wisconsin.
What the
Um,
fuck's a Wisconsin?
it is a United State of America, one of like 50 of them.
She's not
What
sure.
also, how do you like wait, where are you
What
from
what
if you don't know what the United States is? Like
um
I'm a
everyone pretty
husband and
much
have
knows what
two
that
kids in
is?
Albania.
I
uh,
guess you're not from Albania because I don't think Albanians don't know what the United States is. Um,
can I narrate
uh
something that's really funny super quick?
you may.
Uh, so Izzy and Flo, not having any idea what's going on with this situation, with this magic stuff, you see Jesse just fully start making fox noises at this man, and rapidly. And like it's a
Fox
solid.
chittering?
Yeah, you make a bunch of fox chitters, like excitedly at this man, and none of you understand a goddamn sound that she's making, and it takes like 30 seconds. But he then starts making fox noises back, so maybe it's not so bad. And then they start making
In
fox noises at
Draconic,
each other.
I'm gonna say, damn, that was racist as hell.
Uh,
I
does anybody speak Draconic?
No.
nope.
No, King.
No.
What?
I have
Oh yeah,
one
you have
language.
one usable language. No, you also have Tabaxi. Somebody might get Tabaxi.
Or
Uh,
that variant. It's weird.
well,
It's
Tabaxi is
all
its
weird.
own. Yeah, I think we're gonna swap out Tabaxi with Beast Speech, and give you like
Cool.
one more language. If you want, you can take one more language right now. Just because I think we're gonna give you the standard Beast Folk
Very well.
stuff.
Hmm. What's in Albania? What's in America?
Okay, now I'm
It,
really confused because if you don't know what any do you if I said planet Earth, does that mean anything to you?
Uh,
You don't know what a planet
like
is.
like Terra? The general taps the ground.
I mean, yeah, but you didn't seem very confident about knowing that. So, where where are you actually from? Because it doesn't seem like you're from here, and by here I mean Earth. So, oh my God, are you she like hesitates on saying the word alien because she doesn't want to like further offend this individual that she's pretty sure she's offended like 6 ways till Sunday. You know? Like,
Oh no, it's a Mexican.
Okay, okay,
no.
let's relax. This is being recorded. Um,
It doesn't stop it from being funny.
While
Uh,
this is happening, I look at Locke. I was like,
You
petting
exist.
them is too far, but they're yipping at them. So where's do we draw the line here?
I guess mind flayers are kind of aliens, right?
yes,
Are aliens real?
yes. Mind flayers are aliens, and they are documented. Uh, Also, Githyanki and Githzerai are aliens, and they have also been documented. Some of which have taken part in normal society.
But they don't but obviously Sirius doesn't look like a Gith or a
Doesn't look like
mind
any
flayer,
kind of
so
outer worldly species you've ever met. Also, just so
right.
you
So I
know,
think that's
alien does not have like the political connotation that it does in real life. Alien just means out of this world in a literal sense, which there are people who are out of this world. Even some mind flayers, although they're relatively new to society and people are still rather, unfortunately, suspicious of them. Um, the history's not great. They tried to take over the world a couple of times, you know.
yeah.
yeah, I think that's why like Jesse is approaching
Hold
like
Right.
this with
No.
like concern and like attempted grace because like she doesn't want to assume like alien, oh, mind flare, this being's gonna like try to take over the world. Like
Yeah,
she's trying to like as racist as she's being, she's trying to hold her assumptions
yeah.
like
Line in the sand. Lovely.
yeah.
I am from the Isle of Medjay, Ostravon.
And Ostravan would mean nothing to Jesse
Means absolutely
specifically,
fuck all.
correct?
Medjay, you don't know where that's from. Maybe that's like the Maldives. You've never heard of an Ostravan before.
Maybe it's an island in the Bahamas. You don't know.
Yeah. So,
Well, I think she's established that he's not from Earth.
pretty safe bet.
Oh, this Earth, anyway.
I am hmm. I don't think those hobgoblins had anything to do with this.
Yeah, I mean, no hobgoblins popped into, downtown Madison on the Madison University of Magic's, South Campus on Monday, insert month and day here of the beginning of this. I
You're
feel like
you're
I'm
starting to
confusing
lose
you
me.
more with words
Yes.
that you
Yes.
don't know. But
Um
yes, you are here now, and we don't have a good way to communicate with you because you, it, we don't speak the same languages um as maybe people from your land do. Planet, your other place, your home.
that can't be entirely true. I saw it with that the weird guy in the giant dome structure.
Us, we meaning us.
Ah,
Oh yeah, I
um,
mean, the gnome seemed to be able to help you. We should try to find him again.
That wasn't uh, my native tongue. It's something my tutor was trying to get me into. I'm not the best speaker of it.
Well,
Uh, yeah, it'd be the language of the gods, which I suppose transcends all. Maybe it would have been better
places.
to focus on those lessons.
Maybe. Um, I don't think that, well, if this is the best way we can do it for now, again, I mean no harm by it, but again, we do need to find a way to get to know you. My name's Jessie, by the way. I don't know that I said that before. I just had peppered you with a lot of, different questions because I was quite honestly a little surprised that this even worked. Um, but
Uh,
yeah, we do want you to feel comfortable here and, like you have friends and I know how important that can be. So, mm, yeah, I hope this helps in some way.
so there was a cart. There was this weird stuff between. Then I was here. I should apologize. Should introduce myself, or I did try, didn't work. My name is Sirdas Kitsween of House Kitsween, Medjay. Not that that apparently means anything here. Um, Son of Karsus and Cynthia, who, oh God, where are they? Probably not here.
Is that your parents? Your parents.
Yeah, yes. I hope they're all right.
Jesse, do you
I
have
guess I,
proficiency in Arcana?
I do.
You can make a roll. The DC is going to be 20.
Well,
But Karsus does ring a bell.
give me 1 second. Um, in
Oh,
Arcana.
and
So,
no
oh
offense
God,
taken.
that was bad. That was real bad. That was a 7.
Is that including your modifier?
Correct. I rolled a 3.
Eee. Um,
Eee.
That
I
would have
don't
been
know.
a mod one for me.
Yeah. So you hear Karsus and your brain registers it for a moment. You know, you think maybe your mother taught you about somebody named Karsus, or maybe he was like a general in some kind of history book. The thought fades.
Um, was your dad somebody well known? I can't for the life of me remember where I've heard that name before. And maybe it has nothing to even do with you, but it just sounds awfully familiar for somebody who's not even from here. Uh, and you don't have to share if it's a lot. I mean, family can be a lot, but um, yeah, if your
Uh,
dad was somebody important, maybe that's why it's peeking out my little brainwaves
I mean,
somewhere.
I'd hope he would be important. Karsus Kitsween. He would be the head of the Kitsween house. In Meiji, which you don't know what that is.
A very famed mage.
Yes. Uh,
You know that
well,
he's famous
more
for manipulating the weave past the limits of other mages.
very famed mage, though he always was more of a performer at heart. Um, very well known. Um, yeah.
Oh, like I said, I don't know why I would know that. if we're from worlds apart, but I mean, I think that's cool. I mean, if he has a lot to do with magic, I mean, I feel like saying like, oh, like he has a lot to do with magic. I just feel like she like creates a little like moat, like her Starry Wisp moat, like doesn't do anything with it, but just
Yeah, just a
like kind
little
of like
performative thing.
showing Cirrus in like a little performative way, like, ah yes, magic. Me too. Like obviously not in any grand way, but just like her little moat of like radiant, like little light. Like I
Is
don't know.
such a gift,
This is
and he's going to summon a mage hand. It a faint green paw, very somewhat clear, uh, just floats above his hands.
oh, that's cool. See?
Yeah.
I think
And
that we're not so different, maybe. And
eh,
that's good. My mom's also a mage. She certainly doesn't sound as important, maybe as your dad, but she teaches here, at this school, and I know the little bit of magic that I do know, from her, and um my brother is also really good at this kind of thing. He's like a lot smarter than me, so I think he just took to all the learning and magic stuff um a lot more easily than I did. But yeah, a family of mages too, just like yours. Um
yes. If you wouldn't mind introducing me to the rest of our party, I suppose. And he's going to start pointing the mage hand, going in a not really a circle, but like just pointing out, starting with the person he fell on.
oh, oh yes, Locke. Um I forgot his name this morning, but it is Locke. I know that now because Lock and Key, that's the way he said to remember it. He sells drugs. But is really cool about it. So you shouldn't get him in trouble over that.
What the fuck, man?
You don't understand that.
You
She's
don't
just
know what
yeah,
we're
she's just
saying.
making a bunch of fucking fox noises and points at you and smiles with those, those cute
No,
little kind of
don't
dough
fucking
ears.
say that in any language.
Hey man, as far as you know, she's hyping you up right now. And I mean, technically she is.
I
She's trying to get me arrested.
personally do not met. I have not touched those personally, but I am aware of some individuals who have. I do not know.
Yeah, I'm sure an individual who has. Anyways, next is
Points at
who's he?
Izzy.
Oh my gosh, Izzy's the best. We're on the volleyball team together. Volleyball's a really cool sport that you gotta come out and watch. Um, so she's also like really smart. And I also think that she meant no offense by almost petting you on the head before.
They were turned around. They didn't see that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Well,
Yeah, Cirrus, you did not know anything about any attempted petting.
That would have been a bit pertinent, considering we just met.
well, she thought better of
I
it
will
because
ignore it
she's a
now.
genius. So yeah, you probably should. And then
I point at the one who no one knows yet.
yeah, I mean we just met this person. I don't even know that I caught their name. But he was also doing a sport. He seems really good at it. And also kind of a little bit like he doesn't want to be here. And by here I mean in orientation, not like here on Earth. Um, but yeah, I think that everyone here is really cool. Um, like I said, I also play volleyball. That's probably the important thing you should know about me. And I like nature. I guess that's the other important thing that you should know about me. And yes, I will let everyone know that you are also really cool.
Um, okay, so about half of them made sense to me. Nature, yes, and gives a thumb up with the mage hand. Ball,
Yeah.
ball, or is that
You so you have a ball and there's six of us on the court at once. You know what? You know what? I think it would be even better for you to learn about volleyball. We're gonna get you to come to one of our games and you'll see it for yourself. It's just like it's a thing that we do for fun. Izzy and I do, and it's a thing that we do for exercise, which makes our bodies nice and strong and healthy. And yeah, I think that I'm pretty good at it. I'm not great at a lot of things, but that is a thing that I will say that I'm pretty great at.
very well then?
And I think it would
Um,
be easier for you to see instead of me sitting here going, well, the rules are this. This is how it's done. Like you're not gonna know what I mean by that, and that's gonna confuse and bore you. I don't want that. You're already like overwhelmed. You're on a new freaking planet out of nowhere.
I gotta say, your like
yes.
Midwest young lady is really good.
Oh, thank you.
When you step in, when you really lean into that, I
Oh
just
my
wanted to say big
gosh,
fan.
thank you.
So I suppose we will get to that point later. We should probably meet this other individual. And uh, I'm gonna point at each of them in turn with the mage hand.
I will say in this kind of
Izzy,
moment. Oops, sorry.
Lock, and this is coming out in English, but like very rough. Because I'm assuming you use the English for their names.
Yes.
Mhm.
Names kind of like transcend language. But the thing that's unique about beast speech is you can say a name, and it will sound entirely like animal sounds. So you can attempt the names now that you understand them in English.
Izzy, pointing at Izzy.
Uh, I I look back at them, give them a nice wave. Hello?
Okay,
They're saying hello.
it's just says hi back, but not in the language you understand.
Ju-
Um,
I just shrug and put my hands up. Like, "Mm,
Lock.
Sealock, I remembered your name this time.
Thank you. It's not like we have seen each other a bunch of times.
Not my fault you put your name in your nickname in my phone.
What, did you think my name was Pizza Hut?
I said nickname.
Jesse, pointing at you.
Mhm.
And back in B speech, stranger I do not know, pointing at uh
Yes. Stranger, we have not gotten a name for yet. Um, by the
how long?
way,
How?
stranger,
Sorry.
you are I'm translating. That was not Wisconsin accent. Ugh. She asks Flo for his name because she didn't know what it was.
Huh? Oh, me?
Yeah,
I,
you
I mean,
new
most people
group
just call
member,
me Flo. It's
Flo.
kind of like my nickname, I guess.
Okay. If that is your way you would like us to be referring to you, sounds good
You
to
got
me.
them sweet skills. Hello?
Yeah, holy cow. I don't know a whole lot about soccer, but that looked awesome.
Yeah, that was horrible considering I'm not supposed to be the one doing that. I'm an
Horrible that
attacker.
Horrible of
Essentially,
you or your team?
uh, imagine it as if you're a hitter on your team and that you have to receive, set, and spike every ball that comes your way.
Oh, geez, that sounds like
You're wearing all
barely
hats.
possible. That isn't possible in volleyball. You need your
Exactly.
team to set you up.
Which is why that's horrible.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be the ones scoring goals. But I, someone who has barely played goalkeeper, saved every one of their shots.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, now I can see why that might not be good. But that's not your fault. That sounds like the rest
Oh,
of your team has to get their act together.
you're not wrong about that, but they just
To
don't.
be fair, it's soccer, and nobody really cares about that much here, dude.
I mean,
Typical
I
fair
care
enough.
about
British
it,
fan.
Flo.
Yeah. Athletes supporting other athletes. Oh God, I'm so tired. I'm slipping into a southern accent when I don't want to.
Oh, I
Holy.
know. And, I mean,
Uh,
soccer players pay me money, but like, soccer ain't a big thing for us here. So
I
maybe they're just
mean,
not taking it as seriously as they should.
I mean, it's kind of fair. I guess I don't either. I mostly focus more on like just kind of working for the national team primarily.
Oh wow, is that what you want to do?
I already did it. I'm on the national team.
How come you're
And why do you
going to college now?
Well, friends and the school is paying me. Not much, but it's money.
paying you? Uh, that's bullshit.
Wait, I have a question.
yes,
It's
he
what
still has to pay
money?
tuition. However,
No, I was also gonna say, like, do like the other sports teams get like little stipends or scholarships or something?
uh, each sports team will like his thing is a little bit unique because he rolled crazy and got on the national before we set up everything. I had him roll some stuff and he rolled crazy on his initial checks. So he is part of like the actual team USA for young men, which is 17 to 19 or sorry, or is it
Oh, like
16?
the youth national team?
Yeah, the youth national team. But he does need to go to
Shit.
school. As part of it, he still needs to go to a university.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
and so you know they don't like handle any of that. He just has to submit his grades and keep his grades up to maintain his status with the team. Um, and a lot of the youth, at least in this take of it, just because I didn't want him to try and escape the money management aspect of the first year at Mum. Um, the How old is Flo, by the way? Is he 19? And like he's gonna age out into the actual like men's team, assuming he performs well.
Yeah.
Okay. So next year if you continue to if you do another insane roll or if you get your athletics roll up, we'll talk about it at the end of the in game year. Um, but yeah, I will say like you definitely know Jesse. You might know Izzy as well, because they're like on the volleyball equivalent of the starting 11. Um, Even though that they're both the equivalent of freshmen. Um, and you two would probably know of Flo if you know anything about football, because he is on the actual youth men's national team, and he has been part of the starting 11 for a couple of the games against Canada and the UK.
I was gonna say then I amend what Jesse was saying to Cirrus about Flo. I still think she wouldn't know his name because I have apparently made it her personality trait to not ever remember people's names. But I think she does explain like he's really good at this other like
If you want, you
sport.
can make like a history check and see if she would have known.
Um, sure.
Yeah,
We
it's
could
a
do
low
that.
bar. We'll say DC 10
Sure.
because as an athlete, you kind of keep up with these things. Izzy, if you'd like, you can attempt this roll as well. Locke, you can roll this at disadvantage if you would like.
I rolled a 5.
I'm rolling.
You know he's important. You've seen his face before.
Wait,
From that, can
Brad.
she like kind of put two and two? She doesn't maybe know he's on like the national soccer team,
But
the national youth soccer.
he's an important athlete for sure. That's a D12. Whoever rolled that.
Oh, my
Also,
bad.
also your
Yeah,
shifting and hidden
I
rolls,
think
love.
I think that Jesse like then explains it to Sirius like, hey, he's like real good at soccer. I don't really know what he's doing here at
D10
Madison
suck.
University of Magic, but like he seems good at what he does, so cool.
History. It's right between deception and insight.
I am
Oh, I need to
also
be looking
rolling
at my
like
character
doo-doo
set.
garbage today.
History.
Um, but does Locke attempt this roll? He's just like, I don't care. Guy went crazy at the sports ball earlier. 13. You do know this guy. Yeah, he's played on the youth national team, and he scored a goal in the first 2 minutes against Canada.
Doesn't give
Yeah.
a single fuck about soccer.
Yeah.
Who is not gonna roll?
Is Locke
I'm
a Blood Rush guy? Just out of curiosity.
No, the only sport he watches is the volleyball.
Oh,
That
okay.
is it.
Okay, so he's just a Madison Mommies fan.
Yeah, he's just a Madison's Mommies fan. He's not. He
He's
doesn't
just a
watch
cute girl
sports at
fan,
all.
honestly. If we're being so for real,
Don't need to call him out like that.
I'm calling him out like that.
um,
I've heard of you, Flo. Yeah, I read about your goal in the first 2 minutes in the Nationals. That was impressive. I didn't know that this is what you looked like, though. It's nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. You were one of the two freshmen that are on the starting six.
I am. Yeah, I can't believe you know of me. Wow. Thanks. I'm honored.
Yeah,
That is
remind me
some
again.
impressive. That is some impressive soccer. The first 2 minutes.
I want to say it's that big of a deal. I had some pretty great teammates, unlike those. I don't think I could call them players.
Yeah, I feel like. Gods, I love being here, obviously. But we're not really a soccer school, so how'd you like? This must be like a. Ugh, I don't mean to say downgrade, but like, how did you end up here?
Hey, like I said, kind of a mix between friends. I get a whole bunch of benefits, and also I do need to keep up with school.
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
did Flo just hear that this would be an easy grade, and it's like, my boys are there. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Also, adventuring school, that's a little extra bonus. Like the fuck?
Yeah.
He was just thinking, shit, I get to punch things and kick things. I'm good at one of those things.
Could be good at the other with time.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh oh, does anyone what's the word? Does anyone take a look at the papers?
Well, now I will.
I will say that, unless you have a minus to intelligence and wisdom, not just one, everyone can kind of silently pick up that all of the pages appear in your own preferred language. And from the languages that have been spoke, it appears that it might be doing that for not just yourselves, but for each other.
Wait, what do you mean by that, MJ?
So your preferred language is Druidic. So on not just your page, but every one of the purple pages, you see your X1 in Druidic.
So on my sheet and everyone else's, it would be her like
She would
their
see
first
Druidic,
languages.
yeah. But everyone else would see like Locke would probably see Draconic script on everyone's sheets.
Gotcha.
But if you look at Sirius's sheets, anyone who speaks Wood Elvish would see kind of a flicker of Wood Elvish text.
Oh, I speak Wood Elvish. Can I approach Cirrus? Try and get a better look?
Sure.
See what's up with their sheet?
Sirius, you see this human, right? Not halfling or half elf, to be clear.
Yeah, human.
You see this human woman approach you, Izzy, as you've been previously introduced, and she starts eyeing your paper.
I like pointed it like with my with my fingers, like into my eyes, and then like pointing at the paper. Can I take a look?
I'm going to hand her it, and I'm going to try 3 languages. One of them comes through as the Chitter Beast speech. You don't understand any of them.
No.
I'm just
Well,
gonna look up at the sky, and in the most actually no, why am I gonna say it? Is this words
is that
in the
Wood
most
Elvish?
broken Wood Elvish you've ever heard?
Oh, I speak that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
respond, kind of. I can kind of understand you.
I'm gonna
Well, that
respond in Wood Elvish.
sucks.
It's like, is it broken up or is it, can I interpret the whole thing?
you can interpret it. Like he does have like the Wood Elvish proficiency, but this is more of like a roleplay thing. You can just kind of like break up the English however you want. By the way, King.
Cool beans.
Flo, you know Wood Elf? Or Wood Elvish?
Hey man, now we can communicate.
Also, Jesse, just to keep you honest, how long does beach speak or speak with animals last?
10 minutes.
Okay. So we can just kind of like hand wave that for now, but in longer scenarios, also mark your spell slot usage.
I did.
Okay.
I did it on D&D Beyond.
Sweet.
So I can translate it to Foundry later.
Hell yeah.
Um, I think it was just my tablet was being stupid and I needed to lay in bed.
Yeah. What's the word? Uh, After everyone's kind of found their groups, you notice that your pages light up brighter than they were before. The same purple glow, um, but they get brighter and the text seems to change. Um, it changes to room 111.
Oh,
Um,
I guess that's the room we're going to?
It doesn't say which building, though.
Professor Noodles kind of hovers over the group again, holding rigatoni. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce that your rooms have all been assigned. Your temporary adventuring parties have been selected. The groups that you have been conversing with and getting to know one another, you will be living with them, assuming that you are still staying on campus. for the rest of the semester. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your new friends, and I will guide you all to the. She kind of like grimaces for a moment. The freshman dwelling. Um, and after that split second of a grimace, she gets back to her happy demeanor. Um, through the soccer pitch, she starts to lead everyone. Do you all follow? Um,
What time is it now?
it's about like. I mean, you've been walking a bunch, so it's probably like 8:30.
Oh, orientation's only been okay.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. Well, you know that they were 6 minutes and 42 seconds late to start. But
Yes, I do.
they seem to
No,
be moving relatively on time. Orientation is supposed to end at 9 o'clock with classes at 9:30.
say Jesse, you said you didn't get breakfast this morning. Do you want to hit that before classes start?
I shoveled a bagel into my face that my mom left for me. Perks of living nearby is I can always get food from my mom if I need to. I've heard the food isn't the greatest, so we can probably sneak over to my house and like raid the pantry for, real fucking food at some point. Um,
Oh, noted. Nice.
yeah, I wasn't even planning to live on campus, but I kind of need the space. Uh, Having a space of my own, seems healthy.
Um, as you all are led, there is a stand. Um, what's the word? It says Newton Brothers Bagels, and a couple of young half elf men are waving your group as you're about to pass. And Professor Newton says, "Oh yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, these are the original Newton brothers from Newton Brothers Bagels. Everybody, we have several different types of bagels here, different types of spread. I believe they call it smear. Um, Bacon, sausage, egg, different kinds of cheeses. Please, please help yourselves. Does anybody help themselves to the food?
Most definitely. Izzy knows to fuel up before a long day of studying.
So that's a yes from Izzy. Cirrus, you are being offered food, and it's almost even being put in your hands. So this is pretty normal for you, I feel.
May as well take it.
Flo, Jesse, Locke, any takers?
Um,
I try a bite.
I haven't had like,
I will say you do know.
do they have any drinks
Oh
or do
yeah,
they just have food?
they've
Like,
got
can
water,
is he
orange
or
juice,
can
milk.
I was gonna say like, oh, this is gonna sound so bougie that I'm gonna ask this. I was like, do they have like smoothies or like protein shakes or something?
Smoothies, no, but they do have in their like milk options. They do have different kinds of like protein milk and like protein fortified milks.
Yeah, I think she grabs like a muscle milk or something.
Yeah, like a muscle milk for sure.
Yeah, like a
Um,
strawberry muscle milk or something.
yeah. What's the word? The smaller of the two half elf brothers just says, "Go mommies, am I right?" And tosses you a couple extra strawberry muscle milks after you grab the one.
Hell yeah, thanks guys.
He gives you a little snap and a finger gun. Um,
I think she returns the finger guns.
uh, Lock and Flow
Yep.
locking in whether or not you guys are eating.
I said I was gonna
Yeah,
take a. I was gonna try it.
Okay.
of course I'm gonna eat some
Uh,
food.
everyone gets a +1 to your Constitution modifier until you long rest. The
Plus one to
Newton
the
brothers,
modifier.
+1 to your modifier for Constitution. So just take note of that somewhere on your character sheet. But that is only until long rest, so keep that in mind. Uh, The Newton Brothers are the brand of they're a bagel chain that Jessie is intimately familiar with. Her mother loves them, and that was the meal that she had offered earlier. Um, they offer magically reinforced bagels and breakfast foods to kind of help people power through their day. You know, they're a big fan among athletes, specifically runners, the most for the Constitution bonus. Obviously, in universe, people refer to it as more of a stamina or an endurance thing, but and yeah, but everyone gets a +1 to your Constitution modifiers the until your long rest. And you guys also see Rigatoni. Somebody throws a bagel up, and Rigatoni catches it in his mouth and lands perfectly fine and eats it.
Aw.
Has Professor
Aw.
Noodles just been accompanying us this whole time
Uh,
with the boxes, or did she stay in the library?
she followed you out to the pitch. It seemed that in the commotion when you guys were kind of fixated on your papers, that the dean had somehow slipped out, and the and Professor Noodles seemingly took over. Whether or not of her own volition, nobody seems to have looked into it far enough to tell.
Hmm. Those aren't regular foxes.
Do you say that in like Wood Elvish or Bee speech?
Wood Elish.
Am I close enough to over here?
Oh yeah, I'll say that you are all definitely close enough to each other. You've kind of grouped up, especially by now.
Yeah, they are. They're very common around here.
They do not speak.
That's that's just how it is, it seems, in this planet. Actually, Jesse didn't tell me that. I don't know
Yeah,
if she told me.
Oh, I was gonna
yeah.
say, I
I
feel like
mean,
Jesse at some point probably does relay what Sirius was saying to her about like not being from here.
yeah. I'm over the
Okay.
bagels and stuff that everybody enjoys. Um,
Is it, are there any non-talking foxes by you?
I mean, they don't speak the native tongue per se, but they speak their own tongue occasionally to each other. These ones do not speak.
Hmm.
as you mull that over and think of what implications that might have, you eventually are brought to the dorm rooms, and these are built quite strangely. Each face of the building seems to be a different style. One seems to be a bunch of hole in the wall bars that are stacked on top of each other. Another, almost like a typical college dorm room. A large, almost featureless concrete wall, only dotted with a couple of windows. And the other two sides of the building are not visible to you right now. As you enter, you feel almost as if you're being brought back in time. It's mostly familiar to Cirrus, honestly. Wooden furniture and furnishings, a bunch of tankers of mead and ale, almost like a stereotypical storybook uh, tavern. And there's even a barkeep who does not have a bar, more so just kind of a counter with a bunch of buckets of water bottles with ice all over them, who kind of waves and starts tossing out ice, ice cold waters. This is going to be your dorm room. It may be a little strange to some, or perhaps all of you. Professor Noodles continues her lecture. Due to the unique culture, the unique culture at the school. We believe that you should be used to living in adverse conditions. When you're adventuring, you don't know how much space or resources or time that you might even have. Some of you would say that this is not exactly. The accommodations are limited, but we would like you all to think creatively about how you can utilize what you have. And you'll notice that your papers will start to change. And as she says this, they do kind of float away from you again and start folding themselves in like origami. This is normal. Let them do their thing. They are turning into their keys for you. So if you have like a little carabiner or a key ring, I recommend getting that out now, or maybe even like a wallet. Um, but the room number will be etched into the head of the key, and well, eventually, if you decide to stay with your assigned parties, your party name will appear on the key. Um, I am sorry that it is a little, well, frankly, we're not giving you much. And I kind of wish we had the original presenters maybe explain their vision for you all. Um, I'm sure somebody would like to know why we're doing this. Uh, well, any questions? And she just like starts petting. She looks a little nervous. And she starts petting Rigatoni, who has jumped back up onto her little cloud construct. No? Well, enjoy your dorm rooms or whatever they are. And Professor Noodles on her little cloud floats through an open skylight at the front entrance above the doors that you had walked through, and is gone. A couple of the students start filing. You can see at the edges of the room, you can see three exits aside from the one you came in from. One that says, even one x, um, one x1 parentheses evens, and on the other side 1x1 parentheses odds, and a stairs that say 200s, 300s, 400s, dot dot dot. And in all of your hands you see a almost like, I don't know if any of you have ever seen purple gold, but it's when you kind of I believe it's like a chemical process that involves burning, but I'm not exactly certain. It's this strange, almost like bismuth-y metal key in your hands that says room 111 party colon and then a blank space. A little large for a key, but not anything like cartoonish or unreasonable. Don't all jump out at once now.
It's humble, but it's roof.
I'm just gonna start making my way towards the room.
Alright, you head towards 1x1 odds. And it's the second room. Are you the first one to open it, Flo? Not waiting for the others?
Yeah.
Alright,
I was gonna say, I feel like we follow, correct?
Yeah, I
Sure,
would
sure.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, you open it, and the light from the hallway pours in. Anticipation builds in your minds. What could she have meant by all those things that she said? Um, and as you look into the room and your eyes kind of adjust, it's really not much. She could not have understated the facilities here. You see a wood stained floor to ceiling room with one small window, maybe a foot wide and a couple feet tall, um, and two twin size beds, each of them looking like they're about to fall over. There's a desk in the corner, but it's the secretary's desk, and there's no table. There's no functioning table part of it, and there's no chair. And there's only one light.
So is this for all of us?
Maybe.
I call the bed. I throw my stuff on it.
The bed creaks and the legs give out, and the mattress and box spring fall to the floor with a crash.
Yeah, you can take it.
There is one more bed on the other side of the room.
Be gentle.
At this point, I might as well just sleep on the pitch.
Yeah, I was like, this would be more comfortable to sleep on the volleyball court after a certain point. Ooh.
Is this the same housing that I had all my, stuff in?
Uh, that was temporary housing that you had afforded through your that you had unfortunately burned through the little bit of scholarship money you had. This is your permanent residence, as you're coming to understand.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah, for 5 people. Ugh.
It's one room for 5 people?
As you look around, you do notice there are a couple of doors. They almost look drawn on, though.
I'm going to approach a door and open it, I guess, or try to open it if it's drawn on. How I don't know how to open it.
Uh, oof. Um, you reach for the door, and even though the handle was was moments ago a circle that was drawn on the wall, uh, you pull on the door and it gets stuck. Give me an athletics check. Ooh, okay, 19. With your strength, you pull once, and you're like, oh, it's just it's just jammed a little bit, and then you lift it a little bit and you swing the door open easily. Uh, on the other side, a blinding white light. You are stunned.
Son of a bitch.
um,
I'm
anybody
guessing
who
the room floods with light.
the room floods with light. Everybody else has enough time to kind of avert their eyes, but Locke is stunned and locked into this bright light.
Mage hand, the door closed.
And the door closes, squealing on its way. Locke, it takes you a couple seconds, but you were like fully flashbanged by that. There are two more doors. Does anybody else want to gamble?
I'm gonna
I'm happy
mage
where
hand
I
one of
am.
the open.
So what was that?
So it's just a bright light. There's nothing in there.
No, you
Mage
could
hand another door.
nothing you could see. Cirrus, please give me a luck check.
Sure, what could possibly go wrong?
Maybe you'll roll better than me. Okay.
16.
What is going through Cirrus's head right now? Like what
Possibly,
if he's thinking of a place or a feeling, we'll say, what is in his mind?
well, he'd be comparing this to his home, of course.
Okay. So you open the door and you see another similarly sized room, almost a copy of it, but a much nicer one. The beds are made of mahogany. The sheets are satin or perhaps even silk. and the window is much larger, and it shows a night sky, but you all know it's not even 9 o'clock.
Huh.
Better. And I'm gonna step in.
You step into the room, and it feels normal. It almost feels homely. You even see some writing on the walls in Ostravani, uh, perhaps a mantra of your family. And in another spot, you see the road not taken. And in another, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep, engraved above one of the beds. You all see this room and the text that is in a strange and foreign language. It might be Albanian. Who knows?
I think it's Albanian.
You, the player, or the character? To be clear.
Yes.
Fair enough. There is one door left.
Gotta
Does
be
anybody?
Albanian, right?
I think Jesse will open the last door.
Sure. What's the word? Do you want to roll a luck check, or do you want me to roll a luck check for you, or do you want Fitz to roll a luck check for you?
Let Fitz do
I,
it for
I
me.
didn't get to roll a luck check for me.
Yeah. So you can roll a luck check for Jesse. Well,
Okay.
This is all your fault.
um, so
Nothing changes.
Jesse, you don't realize in the moment, but you actually opened the same door that Locke opened, and you are hit with the same blinding bright light that Locke was, and you are stunned.
Oh God.
Does anybody go to save her?
I called a Cirrus. Cirrus! Use your mage hand. Can they hear
Green
us?
Hand slips out of the room, back to the door, and shuts it.
Jesse, after a few seconds, your eyes return to normal, and the the blinding light goes away, and you realize that you're standing in front of the door that Locke was trying to open earlier.
Oh my God,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
give
think I
you.
was.
I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry.
I'm.
Go ahead.
No, no, it's okay. I'm granting you advantage right now, Pizza. I'm
The
gonna
hand
give
is
you
gonna
another
be
check
placed
to try and
against where
roll
the door
better
is.
for your girlfriend.
I think we should just board that door up.
19.
Jesse, like,
Well, I meant advantages and you roll again, but the first one was a 17. So sorry, 17. Um, Jesse, looking at the place that you are in now, right? And perhaps also the room that Sirius is in. What feelings and what kind of a place come to mind for Jesse? What feels like a good place to be in right now?
Yes.
I think that her childhood bedroom is probably what comes to mind. Like, not her room in her parents' or in her mom's house now, but like the room that she and her brother specifically shared when they were young, with like the bunk beds and like the two desks and like, the half the room that's all like pink and princessy and the other part that's like more boyish. Like, she's remembering that comfort because that was the last time in their like old apartment before they lived in the house that they live in now, where they all have their own bedrooms. But the first apartment that they lived in with their mom, where she had to share a room with her brother, and like um it was before her brother kind of
Pulled away.
did the things that he did and kind of separated from her and her mom.
And as you have these memories floating around in your head, this duality, but also, in the same time, this togetherness, the separation and at the same time unity. You
Yeah, I I was gonna say I also think that invokes a feeling of like this wasn't an easy time for her family, but it was when she felt the most connected to specifically her mom and her brother.
Yeah. You open a door to a room, and it is not the one that your mother had for you and your brother, but it shares some of the elements. The room is purple and black, the colors of this school that you are attending, and cut in half at the door. This purple and black splits to the middle of the door frame as you enter. On your left, you do see a bunk bed. Um, Not as beautiful and ornate as the beds in the room that Sirius had seemingly conjured, but very homely and almost familiar. They are larger than twin size though, so you don't have to worry about that. Um, they are queen bunk beds um, on the black side of the room. There is also a window to not a day or a night, just a rather well lit um, kind of garden. But instead of little plants like tomatoes or potatoes or peppers and onions and whatnot, standard little vegetables and fruits being grown, it's a small orchard of sapling trees. On the purple side of the room, you see a couple of desks. Um, Three, actually, so not a couple. Each of them laid out and set up in such a way where they're flavored uniquely, not to any particular person, but the first desk has an aesthetic of very of kind of like it's a cherry red desk, not cherry wood to be specific. Where like it's a painted desk that is cherry red. All of the colors of a pencil holder and the drawers, they are almost fluorescent and glowing even. The next one is more like presidential. It's a dark brown, almost chocolatey, stained wood desk with different kinds of carvings on it. They each are adorned with a chair that matches, three drawers, and a pencil holder. Um, and for the desk for or the chair for that desk is a leather rolling chair, and the last one is um, entirely metal, almost like reflectively bright and polished. Very kind of like 50s and 60s. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, like with cars and that kind of stuff, like the high gloss and pastel colors, but just like steely gray.
And the only two beds in the room are the two bunk are like the bunk beds.
Correct, the two
And then
queen bunk beds.
there are three desks in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think Jessie does in very her fashion um claim the top bunk bed.
Yeah, how do you claim that? Do you just say that, or do you just get on there?
I think she like calls into like she turns around, calls into the room like, "Oh, hey guys, I called dibs on the top bunk in here." And then she like puts her things like she like starts unpacking her things and like kind of like oh, and she picks the first desk. Like starts putting her school books out there, like putting her clothes in the like, I'm assuming there might be like clothes drawers somewhere in the room and like I
Yeah.
feel like she kind of like makes it known that um the top bunk is hers. I think
We'll say that each of those desks has like an accompanying like dresser drawer set up next to it.
yeah. I think the last thing that she does to make sure like the top bunk is hers is like she has like a cloth stitched like a homemade doll and it's a Furbolg doll. Like the
Oh,
doll like is a Furbolg. Like
yeah.
it doesn't inherently look like her, but it is like a Furbolg
like a homemade little cloth fur bulk doll that's like dressed in like some kind of green dress and like like a little memento, and like she props her up on like her like bed, like on the top bunk, like maybe like by her pillows and stuff.
Hell yeah. Does anybody else make themselves comfortable? Does anybody else try the third door again?
No way.
White door.
No, I'm happy with my
So there's
bed
only
by the
three
door.
doors and there's four of us. Okay. How do we want to split the two rooms up that we know are good?
I think Jesse's content for whoever wants to like stay in the room with her. She doesn't really like.
I mean, you probably do know Izzy the most. Um,
I mean, she would probably like prefer it to be Izzy because they're already friends, but like if Izzy's comfortable like where she already is, then
You know what?
I mean, she'll
Sirius is
take a
dumb
look.
enough.
She'll
yeah,
peer the
I
Sirius
corner.
is gonna
Oops, sorry.
Sirius is gonna open the third door so it's used.
Sirius, roll me a luck check.
Yippee. Uh, 14.
14. Um, okay, let's roll a d6. 3. 1, 2, 3. Flo,
Huh?
you were talking about how sleeping on the soccer pitch would have been better. When Flo thinks of comfort, what does Flo think of?
I think of a nice hotel. Most likely one I spent traveling around. And it's nice, cozy, not necessarily like the fanciest, but definitely well taken care of.
Yeah. Uh, when when the mage hand opens the door, you are the one standing closest, and you get the first look inside. It's kind of a mix of traditional accompaniments and like accommodations with a somewhat modern art like infrastructure and architecture. Like the first thing that you notice is right next to the door there is that weird little sink next to a closet that a bunch of hotels have, and you see the standard like tiny TV on a dresser drawer, and in the far corner there is a bed with a desk next to it and a little lamp with an outlet on it that's not going to work, and the same thing mirroring on the hard right hand side. Um, and you do notice that uh, after a closer inspection, each room of these offshoot rooms uh, does have a washroom that kind of fits the aesthetic of each of these individual dwellings.
Sweet.
How does everybody split up?
Well,
How many beds are there? I feel like there's more beds than people now, right?
In total, there are 5 beds. Um, in the room that Cirrus thought of, there is one king size bed. Um, in the room that was tied to Jesse, there is a bunk bed of queen size beds, one atop another. And in the room that Flo had been attached to, there are two. What's the size above full? Is the size above full queen?
mm-hmm.
Thank you. Two queen size beds in each corner. 5 beds, 5 adventurers.
I guess I'll sleep with my bestie, Jessie.
Yes, bestie. Yeah.
So the girls' room has been established. Cirrus is seemingly making himself comfortable in the room he had imagined, I suppose.
Which only has one
Absolutely.
bed in it.
which only has one bed in it and it's massive. It's a California king, by the way.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I mean,
Hey, at least it's not
you could
Alaskan.
go in there too and cuddle.
No, I'm
Can I
going
pet
You
to.
said
him?
you said fuck that
Well,
guy.
so Storytell, you're well aware that in Japanese culture they don't really. I mean, they can do beds, I guess. They usually don't,
It
but they
was.
can.
This is more of a palatial thing. Were you speaking more of like your actual home or like the one that people would visit you in?
I suppose the one they would visit me in.
Because that was more what I was going for. Like it was the luxury and the opulence that you were giving off as part
Yes.
of your role.
A lot more dark wood.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's why I was saying the mahogany and that kind of stuff.
but not really much furniture wise. Like some low standing stuff and against the walls, but nothing
Yeah,
freestanding.
a lot of the folding and modular stuff.
MJ, quick question.
Sure.
It is like twelve
Oh
45,
shit!
almost
It's
twelve
almost 1 a.m.
45 my local time.
Um,
Um, are we cool to call it relatively soon?
yeah,
Yes,
I
please.
does everybody like let's just do a quick run through of everyone kind of making themselves comfortable, starting at the top with Izzy. How are you kind of
Mhm.
unpacking and setting yourself up? Any notable things that you're getting ready for yourself for the classes that you have ahead of you?
Well, I'm just keeping all my, but I'm loading all my stuff into my book bags because I want to keep most of my study stuff on me because you never know when you'll need it.
Okay.
So my bag's gonna be carrying most of the goodies for school.
Hell yeah.
But I'll unpack a stuffed animal.
Oh. Any particulars about it or
Yeah, it's from my childhood. It's a stuffed animal of a golden retriever, which reminds me of my golden retriever I had as a kid that passed away.
I think that Jesse sees you like Izzy unpacking a stuffed animal, and like you know how like with bunk beds you can kind of like peek over the top railing like and like fold over and then like see like into the bottom bunk. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say? Or
yeah, of course.
I feel like she's holding her like Furbolg doll and then like bends over and like is like looking at Jesse and then like she like waves, but like you know like waves with the Furbolg doll's hand like
Mhm.
so she's
And then
like the doll is waving at like the dog
yeah,
plushie.
I'll wave back from the dog plushie.
yeah. Sirius, how are you getting yourself ready for whatever it is that you have literally fallen into?
Uh, Cirrus would uh put down the supplies he was granted against like one of the low standing dressers. Uh, put down the papers and text that he doesn't understand. Weird brick that is weirdly smooth in his hand. Uh, and then he's going to reach into like the under the coat of the kimono and pull out a pair of sai and set those down. And uh, he's gonna take a moment and with a flourish and a spin of his hand is his staff. And he's just gonna take inventory in a kneeling stance.
As you take inventory, it dawns upon you that there's a non zero chance this may be all that you ever have of your past life and of your family. Or maybe not. You may have not paid attention to those, but you'll make your way. Flo. Enjoying the hotel room, I'm assuming.
Indeed. Just kind of kicking back, sitting on the edge of the bed,
Cleats
getting
off?
ready for obviously cleats off. I'm
Okay,
not gonna fucking
just
wear no
checking, just
cleats
checking.
in the hotel room. but I'm getting ready for a day of nothing and then football practice.
Well, you do have classes. Whether or
I
not you
know.
pay attention is up to you.
I know I have classes, but it's pretty much worthless
Fair enough.
as long as I pass.
Jesse, aside from the cute little interaction with your bestie when you roll back up onto the top bunk, how is Jesse getting ready?
I think that she is, well, first things first, she's fighting the urge to take a nap. Because gods know that she didn't want to be awake as early as she ended up being awake. Um, I think that she is making sure that she at least has like the minimum amount of school supplies in her bag. Like she's not being like Izzy, like taking her entire library with her, but like a notebook, a pen, her like her wallet, an energy, like maybe one of like the muscle milks that like the
The
Newton
Newton
Bros gave
brothers.
her.
Yeah.
Like like maybe a little snack so she's not like hungry during her class. Like her like little like makeup pouch, like, you know, like her little like essential girly pop things like
Yeah.
in her tote bag. Um and like yeah, like a pen and a notebook.
Hell yeah. So
So she's not
getting
like
the
underprepared
essentials.
for class, but she's not like overprepared.
Yeah. She's ready for the day. She's ready for anything that gets thrown at her.
Yep.
Lock. You've got two options in front of you. Play
Yep.
real nice and get real cozy with the fur ball that almost took your ass out earlier, or
No,
hang
I'm
out
going
with
in the room with
the
an
football
empty
player.
bed.
Hey,
Go in the
you
room
know,
with the
you were offered cuddled space. I just needed to know.
and and maybe the smell of gym clothes can hide the smell of drugs.
Hey, yeah, that's some thinking. You start to unpack your stuff, and you see a little note from JJ, one of your suppliers. Um, what's the word? Got you the SR, bro. And then you see a little like drawn shaka, and you got a little case of soldier's root.
Hell yeah.
Um, what's the word? And I will say that, you know, in terms of inventory, you're not going to have to keep inventory for at least your three main substances, but you will have to make a charisma check at some point to see how well you do in sales. Anything else that you kind of set up, or are you just trying to keep everything airtight for totally legal, totally normal, totally cool reasons?
Do you want me to make a charisma check now or later?
Later. Later. We can do that later. We have another thing to do right before we go. Um, Anything else from you, Pizza?
No, he's pretty much all set for class. He's got
Or,
like books and shit.
yeah, just kind of throw your backpack together with, you know, maybe a couple soldier's roots and whatever the fuck else you need for the day. Uh, Back to Izzy really quick. I'm gonna assume that you have one, if not multiple, or even several clocks to put around your part of the dorm room.
I have fail safes, yes.
You
Clocks?
you set the first clock on your desk, and you realize something. That can't be right. That says 9:22. That means class is in 8 minutes.
But we just stepped in here.
You check your watch. 9:22. What do you do?
Fucking scream and run out the door. Guys, we're gonna be late for class.
And with that, we are going to cut it here. The alarm of Izzy brings everyone's attentions to their clocks, realizing that they only have 8 minutes until Survival 101.
Except for
Yeah.
Sirius, who has no idea what's going on.
True, Sirius just hears yelling in a language he doesn't understand and some running. Maybe something
We got
fell. Maybe
underprepared. We got prepared. We have underprepared. We have
we have
unprepared.
present. Present and accounted for. That's all we got for him. What's over?
It's not even accounted for, I think.
Not even accounted for. Yeah, he doesn't fucking know what's going on. Anyways, everyone want to say goodnight? Good night.
Buenas
Good night,
noches.
y'all.